Hello, everyone, and welcome on this wonderful end of November day to the Tetrio Cup, first ever. We've got a whole bunch of crazy, awesome matches coming up today, and we can't wait to watch it with you guys. I'm Cheeky Bandit. You saw me last in Jester's Cup 11, and I'll let my friend here introduce himself.
Yeah, I'm Wars. I also commentated the last Jester's Cup, so this month I think for some technical reasons as well as trying out some new format, Team TSD will be running this Tetrio Cup, and so let's see how this event pans out. Definitely Tetrio is a very different game from Jester's, with higher damage being tossed around and lots of like game-ending spikes just kind of going up against each other with the different combo table multiplier, as they say. So definitely we're in for a treat.
By the way, I'm here with the guys. I'm Dazer. I'm the guy behind the stream controls, with Ors and Cheeky commentating. How are you doing today, guys? Meanwhile, we are just setting up the first game, so don't worry.
Yeah, I mean, I'm doing good. Almost end of November, going into holiday season.
By the way, we have a new record. The new record is 194 active players currently in the tournament. 194, that's a record for us. So thank you so much to all the players.
Congratulations, Dazer.
That's crazy.
That's a big number right there, man. That's a lot of people playing today.
That's a lot of people, right? And we were close to 300, but of course not all players can play today, right? So a lot of players didn't make the check-ins, but we're here with 194 players. I'm just waiting for the first game. I'll see if we can catch up a round 3 game, or if the game are going to already starting, then we're going to skip to round 4. So yeah, that's what we are waiting right now.
Yeah.
That sounds like a great way to end this weekend. Personally, I've had a good one. I'm just getting back from my parents from a little Thanksgiving. I know not everyone out there is celebrating, but to those of you who were, hope you had a good one. To those of you who don't, other countries, I hope your weekend was terrific. We're gonna watch some fucking spicy Tetrio over here.
Oh, okay. That's a little aggressive. Did you? Okay. Yeah, Tetrio. Hope everyone got some nice Black Friday deals. I don't know, bought some stuff. Just looking at a monitor.
Need all the frames you can get. Drop blocks faster ores.
Yeah,
Confirm speed boost.
crazy. But yeah, so
So here's a good thought, Ors. Now, real quickly before we get started, the last thing that you and I talked about here was J-Stress. And so we've got a little bit of a different game coming up today. For those of the people, maybe not everyone out there knows too much of these minutiae. You want to walk us through maybe some of these little finer things that might impact some players and how maybe their playstyles might change from game to game?
Well, everything is kind of a little more frantic on Tetrio. I think, obviously due to higher damage potential, and honestly, I think some kind of subconscious effect with the UX and the design of the game. A lot of the sound effects are really jarring, and the visual effects as well can really force players to play kind of frantically and just try and send as much as possible in one go and get down as quickly as possible. So it's definitely Tetrio is a game where you just try and find game-ending spikes as quickly as you can, but also kind of stay calm, because any misdrop in this game, even more so, well, obviously that's sort of the only way to die in like these fast Tetris games, is to make any kind of small mistake. But in Tetrio especially, like you'll just get pounced on if you make like a small misdrop or a stacking error, and it's really easy to run away with victory.
Well, I think that is
one
pretty
player is
good
already in the
explanation.
room.
Looks like
One player is already in the room. We are just waiting for the other one. Oh, we have already the other one, so get ready.
Right.
yeah. Speaking of, looks like here is our first match coming up. Looks like Captain Vortex versus FT029.
Tozik, like with lead speak. Is that how that's pronounced? Who knows?
But, any thoughts going to this one, or I see some pretty decent league stats from both players going in.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with either of these. It looks like FT is a U player and Captain Vortex is SS. A little bit of a rank gap, but I think this could be competitive. Looks like FT significantly, or not, like a decently faster and more efficient player, but hopefully Captain Vortex can look to kind of just stay in this game and really just do his best to play up. It's always depends on, it's like a very mental thing when there's a big ranking disparity. On one hand, like if you're the worst player, you're nervous because you gotta beat this better guy, but if you're the better player, you're also kind of nervous because like what happens if you lose, right? So
Seems like there's just kind of a whole lot of more emotion, like a lot more attachment in games in Tetrio. I think you're talking about that earlier with the UX. Lost Excluding, there's just something that makes the game feel a little bit more just visceral and really just So
Yeah,
it looks like we're about to get into a warm-up here. Get a little preview of the action.
Alright, well, yeah, so
Just to make sure things are good.
Oh no! More than a warm up, they're just testing the controls right now, so don't worry.
Yeah.
I think they are ready.
All right. Yeah, it looks like we are good to actually begin this time.
Get into our match. No, my game froze. Oh, no, we're good. Alrighty. Get to our first match. Maybe. Unless. Okay, alright. Here we are.
A little bit of difficulties causing us, but we're finally actually getting back into it.
Alrighty, so here we go. Captain Vortex opting for some 0-9 stacking. Looks like FT also just kind of stacking up as well.
Oh, by the way, the name is incorrect. This is round 3. Sorry. Sorry.
It is fine.
Goodness, how dare you, Dazer. I demand perfection, Dazer.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Ooh, no.
I forgive you.
Captain Vortex gets stuck at the top of his board, and FT's gonna take that round, despite a few rough misdrops earlier in the set, earlier in the game. Oops. Captain
See
Vortex.
Hatchie spin.
Hatchie spin coming in. Very good opener. Oh, and he gets the Tetris PC.
Yeah, really dangerous with no major response here from Captain. I don't think he's going to be able to get out of that at all. Bring this to a quick 2-0 for FT.
Alright. Again with this 0-9 stack. Another Hatchie spin. Can we see another? Oh, that's what happens.
A really dangerous drop there. That's going to put FT in a really kind of bad situation right after he'd already sent some clean to Captain. He's going to try and work down through it, but...
Pressure with these Tetrises, but looks like he's running out of steam a bit. But FT just deliberating a long time on this down stack, stacking up a lot over that next garbage hole. And
I think that deliberation kind of just paid off there. You see him kind of take 2 clean Tetrises while he's really high up, just the right time, and it, pays off. He's able to get this round again, and just surviving just whatever he was able to throw out until Vortex was able to run out of steam here.
definitely looks like Vortex is keeping it a lot cleaner, again with this like I was talking before about like the mental aspect of playing someone who's better than you. Looks like he's doing a good job of staying, at least trying to stay safe, but you kind of have to do a little more if you want to beat someone who's better than you, especially like with the gap between you and SS. It's usually that they can downstack better. So keeping it clean really isn't enough, because you need to send a little more damage. And it looks like Captain Vortex fumbling a little with this downstack.
Yeah, all FT had to do really was just kind of stride more in his own stack. Just keep sending those Tetrises over and over again, keeping Vortex just ever on edge.
Let's see if Captain Vortex ever kind of switches from this 0-9 stacking.
It doesn't really seem to be too flexible in the beginning. He's getting really lots of damage from FT's pretty quick attacks, and he's left kind of in a bit of a weird spot, although he's starting to kind of manage back a little bit better and getting some good returns from this clean garbage. It's fortunate for him. There's only so many eyepieces you're gonna get.
Yeah, that's a kind of rough misdrop, but kind of already sort of H stacking from Captain Vortex there. So let's see if you can get on the board. I believe in you, Captain Vortex. You know,
another real quick hatchie from FT. This looks like an awfully familiar situation. It looks like he's about to build that hatchie into an STSD. Really interesting follow-up there.
Is it too wide well? Oh no.
Dangerous misdrop, Captain. That's going to bring it to a quick match point here. It's 6-0. Captain's really got to get something going here in the start.
From Captain Vortex.
It's like he's really just committing, hoping his plan will work. He's really high up though. He's got to find something quick.
He doesn't have the eye. Nice.
And that's going to be it. It's a great effort from both players, but unfortunately, Captain just not really able to move past the opening stage of these games for an incredibly quick match 7-0 with only maybe 300 total lines sent. For extremely high-paced game.
Yeah, I think there's pros and cons to doing just like a Tetris opener, but funnily enough, I heard this just today from I was doing a coaching trial for Underdogs Cup for WorkJ, and it's really important that you're going for a Tetris stacking opener. You need to make sure you don't stack too high up because you need that eyepiece to get to your clean garbage, and also it helps to be faster than your opponent, which looks like Captain Vortex didn't really have the speed advantage in that situation, even though he was kind of going for pure Tetris stacking. So it's, if you can't get to your clean wells quickly enough and your opponent's already passed their, like, strided out their opener and sends you a ton of garbage, there's not much you can do, except kind of pray you get an eye early in the next bag. But
yeah, and especially like when you're starting to get kind of lots of pressure, you've got a lot of clean garbage. You know, there's only so many eyepieces you can cycle to begin with. Like, you got to start finding some sends. Otherwise, from combos, multipliers, or T-spin, you got to kind of get something going.
Yeah. But definitely a strong showing from both players. I think once he did get past the early opening stage, Captain Vortex did put up a decent fight. I think he didn't really have the sending power to put anything away.
Yeah, you see that Hatchy spin's like kind of difficult to start, especially if you don't really have your game. You know, you're kind of waiting for something to happen almost, or you don't proactively have some big sends ready. That can kind of leave you in a bit of a weird situation too. If they follow up with that PC, you're kind of in a little bit of a scary spot here. I believe we're getting to our next game here, or is pretty soon.
Yes, and it looks like we're kind of got a real treat. This feels like this is sort of a backwards situation. This doesn't happen too often. I think we have Modest playing and random people commentating. So you say Modest Tomato is playing? I don't know. Oh wait. Yeah, this is the match, right? Okay. Yes, we have Modest playing again.
Wow, unbelievable. The man himself has been around many Tetris tournaments. Casting on the mic, finally his chance to go and shine, show the world what he's got.
Yes, I think Modest definitely played his fair share of Tetrio. I think he did like a 12-hour stream where he tried to get X. I don't know if he got to X. I'm sure he could do it now. X is a little easier to get, I say, having not.
Or subtly BMing the entire audience.
I'm not a good. But his opponent is
another familiar name that we saw play in the Tetrio Cup last month.
I think he's a old-ish player. I don't know how. He's on Ben's list. It says he's a popular YouTuber, uploads gameplay and formerly tutorials. He's a very consistent player, and he's a Tetrio TOP main. But yeah, so definitely a very, very strong player. So let's see if Modest can bring one home for commentators and UC staff, and I don't know.
America. Yeah. Oh,
America. USA.
A lot on the line here for us, Wars. Really got to pull through for our boy, huh?
Well, No explicit.
Yeah, maybe no preference, but let's dive into it here.
bias. All right.
A
Both
bit of an
players opting for
explosive start here.
Qua opting for Castle Top, but getting the perfect garbage. Oh, some misdrops on Modest board. Qua really just keeping it very clean. This non-max soft drop speed. Modest. Little bit of a scramble at the top of his board, like we were saying. Tetrio is definitely a game where you feel like you have to play really frantically. Let's see if hopefully Modest can. That's just kind of
No, that's
first game
almost-
jitters. Warm up,
that's
you know, take that.
That's another thing. When you get real high at the top and Tetrio starts hitting you with that high pitched buzzing, it just makes it worse. Now you're stressed. You're so stressed that you both hit a real fast, perfect clear against each other in the beginning. What an incredible start to that second game.
My
Oh, man.
little bit of advice to anybody who wants to grind Tetra League is to turn off Tetrio sounds. That's too scary.
You know, Wars, you mentioned that to me a couple days ago, and I'm sitting here watching. I keep flicking back the sounds off and on, and it's like a totally different experience, even just watching.
Yeah, I have them off right now. I didn't even remember that the buzzing existed.
It's
yeah.
I only know because it haunts my mind.
While getting
Oh, really close situation for Hua here. Barely saves with the absolute top with a really clever spin. Builds a nice donation T-spin too.
drop fixing, definitely his experience with the game showing. Okay, weird L misdrop. Let's see. I think he had a good fix, but just T came too late in the queue. And
Yeah,
Modest
not able to work through it in time, and Modest able to grab that round 1-1. Let's go.
I think real consistent and clean. Good job, Modest.
Seeing an interesting mirror here. Both players just doing it on the other side of the board. Love to see that. Absolutely throwing it at each other right now. The Modest got a little bit of cheese, and Hua just is really clean well. It's kind of worrying.
Oh, I think he has something for that. Oh no, just not able to get the eye in time.
Just the slightest wrong cue. Almost had a big multiplier combo there from Modest.
Yeah.
He saved the round.
I think Modest needs to kind of keep things a little cleaner. Boss, I think he's sending a lot of these little cheesy sends to Modest and trying to just spike him out. So Modest is able to get down to this garbage fast enough. He's gonna send that back as cheese.
Hua had a nice garbage triple-double there, ready to go, and as you say, wow, huge cheesy spike downwards. As you say, he's almost opting to take more cheesy sends to Modest. You see him with that garbage triple-double and ends up taking one of them actually as a single, and then combos the rest of his board down. Really hard to downstack through it, and Modest returning one of them, just almost loading him with the spike that'll kill him.
Modest making the T spin at the top of his board, couldn't really find a down stack, but also T wasn't coming in queue. Modest putting out a 2 Bulu in protest, but we'll see. I think Modest can take a few more rounds.
Modest definitely has a little bit of the speed advantage here, at least in the start, but it looks like kind of almost reversing entirely. I cursed it. I'm so sorry.
Oh. And then
really bad misdrop's gonna end the round for Modest. Now we're 1-4. Hua kind of running away with this one too, really gaining some momentum here, as it pains me to say.
USA.
Although respect for respect's due, I expected nothing less from Hua, especially after what we saw in the Jastrus Cup. We can tell they can absolutely hang in Tetrio too. See that nice multiplier quad.
It's not really working through this cheese. He needs to get down. He's fine.
There you go. Just a nice little multiplier spike, and then just another TSD Tetris. Really gonna stick at the Hua for a bit. My personal favorite at floating T-spin. Maybe not the wisest choice, but style points every time.
Oh no.
Not quite able to open up that well. Oh.
Well, yeah, let's see what happens. Hua opting for PTO.
Tomato looking for that Fonzie PC. He wasn't able to find it, but he's able to get right back through that garbage that lost him from the PC.
I noticed Monet doesn't really opt to go for like T7 stacking or LST, which is I don't know.
Yeah,
I like so.
Yeah, the thing about like LST and that sort of like pattern-based stacking almost, though it definitely is still kind of freeform. It's almost not necessarily brain dead, but it's definitely a little bit easier at the beginning to kind of pump out some pressure, and it can be a double-edged sword. But you think it would help him a little bit here? If he was able to kind of get a little bit more pressure out early game.
Looks like both players are sort of committing to this like cheese battle here. Both players playing at around like 60 APM, and really just kind of a slog.
While able to find multiplier DS though.
Yeah. Seems to mostly just be whoever can keep things cleaner and
not get the one fatal misdrop. A huge spike, Modest on the Hua, but he had it just kind of ready to counter anyway. He takes the game entirely. Great set from both players, really strong showing.
Oof.
Despite the, don't let that score fool you. Really, I think honestly a little bit closer than that.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Hua just managed to keep things a lot cleaner and get down to that garbage really quickly. So
Rip our caster. No, they can listen to me. Rip our caster. No, Modest.
Oh no.
Oh no. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
next match is in Raya, by the way.
He took one. You know, one for the people back home. It's not all doomed. But no, I think Hua did well. But yeah, Hua's definitely a really, really strong player.
It looks like we've got another match of familiar names coming up here. This is fun. This is fun, whereas I love this. Everyone's like, I used to know everyone so far. It's gonna be a kind of a little bit of an error, kind of break here, one of the players, but pretty soon we get to see Beast and Shen versus 25 Pi 25, and you could probably talk about Pi, but Shen I know was the player that got me into Tetris, so this is going to be an interesting match for me for sure. No pressure, bud.
Yeah, Pi. Both of us know him pretty well. He's a UC staff. I think both Beast and Shen and Pi, they've kind of grinded for that X rank. Pi, actually, do I want to call him out like this? He unfortunately dropped out of X rank. I think warming up in TL for this tournament, but I'm sure he can get it back really quickly. He's a really strong player. Plays like 2.5 PPS, even though he's not sub 30. I don't know, kind of crazy.
Like profile average 2.5. It's funny.
Yeah, so
he's one speedy boy. Also, the inventor of some cutting edge technology, Chod Spin, if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
I don't know how much we need to talk about that.
I try not to get it that closely.
We're gonna jump right in here. I'm excited to see how this Nestris hybrid. I think he holds an MPH sprint time. He has some leaderboard position on J-Stris for Shen. He's a little, in fact, also an extremely talented Nest Tetris player. I know he's maxed out a couple times now and qualified for CTWC as well as commentating for them. And of course, you've seen him over in WPL that he runs, of course.
Yes. Shen definitely kind of a figurehead of the Tetris community, doing a lot for growing the game. So it's going to be a real treat to see him play. Yeah, again, I think we should be about ready to get into this game. Let me not make sure I don't get locked out of I think this should be a fairly evenly matched game. Unfortunately, we kind of had two blowout-ish. I don't know, that's a little mean to say, but
No bully, no bully.
all right.
Here's for a good game though.
All right, so looks like Pi starting off with PCO. Shen doing TKI, using the T piece for the overhang, but get this big spike. Will Pi getting really
Shen keeping it too clean.
Yeah.
130 APM. Really nice stacking there.
A little bit. It's the only way to be. Well, there's like two ways to be expressive in this game. You either like wiggle your pieces around, or you spam hard drop. So. You can only express two emotions.
Wiggle and hard drop. The two emotions of man. Oh man, some clean down stack from Shen.
Definitely, I think he's getting a little. I don't know if it's nerves or anything, but he's kind of playing a little messily, and he sees things. He's seeing like decent ways to get down, but I think he needs to think a little harder, because it seems like he's getting messed up by some rough misdrops or stacking mistakes.
Ooh, looks like Pi kind of missed that PCO, but able to find double Tetris and put Shen dangerously high. Shen kind of looking for the right spin, making sure he absolutely gets it. Cannot afford a mistake that high. Able to get back to that clean garbage too.
Jesus.
What a close round here.
Look at this down stack. Nah.
Oh, Shen, I don't know about that one, man.
Yeah. It's kind of a scramble again. Tetrio is just a game that makes you feel like your heart's beating at like 500 BPM.
It's gonna explode out of my chest just watching.
500 BPM. Both of these players kind of some critical misdrops that don't let them put away the game or put the game away for them. Dang. So let's see what happens here. Ooh, and Pi
Stacking insanely
so
dangerously high.
Garbage hole. I don't see him getting out of this. Oh, that eyepiece actually comes right in time.
Clutch eyepiece in time, able to skim back into the garbage.
Oh, he found eye. Oh my god.
How is this man manipulating this Q, RNG? Can we get Oscar on the phone here? It's not, I mean, I don't know, maybe you don't need to punish him. Did save the round, but like, Pi able to get these eyepieces just in the right time.
Yeah, I think Shen just kind of wasn't finding that punish there. No PC from both players.
I'm not sure if Pi meant to do that, but he kind of works past his initial stumbling.
So many misdrops. Does he go for the TST? He doesn't. He wasted L. He has to stack so high. He cancels it. He cancels. That's good. Shen just trying to keep his board clean. Pi trying to find sends on his way down, but Shen just seeing what he can do to keep up this pressure. Pi's mostly out of the situation, trying to get this, set something up. Not quite sure what. It's a TSD. Oh no, that Z misdrop. Shen has enough cheese that it's not gonna. He's just trying to work through it. It's not gonna try and go for any punish on Pi, who gets down really well. Shen's taking too long in this down stack, and I think Pi should have this punish. Gets a TSD, and oh,
Doesn't
Shen.
look good for Shen with a missed hold.
No, I think he couldn't get the O over.
Yeah. Nothing really worked there, unfortunately. It looks like we're seeing Shen kind of deliberately play some skims to go into a better position on his boards. I think he's probably a little bit more versed from Nestris, where he, doesn't really have the luxury of choice.
I think he also played Coltrus, right? Or I'm not
Probably,
sure.
it sounds right. I'd be convinced easily for that.
I think Shen lagged a little for me on that right there, so I don't know if that was like a.
Yeah, I saw that too. Definitely getting the Tetrio spike.
I think Shen went for MKO there. Good opener.
Shen able to find one of those little multiplier spikes, and kind of another one on his way down. But I don't know. It looks like he's only feeding Pi right now. More ammunition.
Oh, but a little bit of cheese that Pi is not working through might spell his doom, and that I misdrop gonna force him to use I in his stack there when he needs it to get down to that clean.
Some nice down stacking from 25 Pi. Has to take a T0, but the moments before are very juicy.
Kind of both players at the middle of their board. Not too clean garbage, not too messy. Let's see what either of them can do to get an advantage on the other.
Just a real. Can we take a second and talk about how close this is? How similar we're seeing of a playstyle, or not playstyle, but like just stats wise, almost the same speed and attack from these players. It's really down to the wire here. You know, like you see Shen send one big attack, and Pi just has that one ready to cancel, and we're doing this dance back in the middle of the board. A good minute or two, but Shen adding more and more pressure.
Alright, looks like we're both players sort of back to the bottom of their board. That was a little unexpected. Generally, you see like... Oh, and I think Beast and Shen stacking too far over that clean garbage, and Pi managing.
Pi starting to turn the tide a little bit here. 4-3, taking the lead the first time in this set. DT Cannon user here. Gets the really good garbage for that though. A nice triple double after. Lucky. He's got just a whole bunch of clean garbage, nice and ready to work through. Shen's got a couple pieces. It's looking dangerous. Couple clutch clears, not enough though. That's gonna bring the score at 3-5.
Fast and clean play from Pi, able to work through the cheese really quickly just to get to that clean. Here we go. DT Cannon. Okay.
little of that wiggle we were talking about there earlier. Pi expressing some emotion for this game here. Really getting the blood pumping through his veins, you think?
Looking for a multiplier spike there. Finds a little something. Nothing too big. It's a bit of a misdrop, it looks like, on Pai's build. But, so that's going to give Shen a little bit of time to punish.
Looks like Shen kind of starting to set a little bit of a cheese in between his clean attacks. Finally, Pi getting dangerously close to the top. Shen looking for any pressure, and he finds it.
Got bad.
Coming back.
He needed to find a place to put S, and he got pushed up too high. But Pi holding on to his 1 point lead. Let's see.
Interesting start from both players here. Not really nondescript, but looks like Shen with a little bit of a lag spike here. Oh dear. Pi building for a skim into a fractal. That's going to be pretty powerful here because he's going to have the Q to do it as a combo and just hit Shen with quick 10.
Cancels out of this. He canceled out the second though. But either way, both players back to clean. A little bit of foul O donation. But that was a
Pi with another multiplier spike.
Didn't look like it sent too much over to Shen, and now Pi's the one cheesed up instead. Okay.
Ooh,
Down stack.
it's been mini single.
Get down.
Love to see it. Often, actually kind of overlooked, especially by a lot of new players may not recognize.
Good drop.
Oh, it's a tense situation for Pi, and he's finally back even. 5-5.
Back. Not quite enough. PCO from both players. Pi delaying his.
Ooh, Pi like placing that L, not really in a lovely position here. But worked back to his clean garbage, and really playing it fast and loose here.
Pi just trying to work through that clean garbage as quickly as possible. Maybe not doing the most he can with it, but he just needs to get down. Shen trying to do something with this one clean well he has. And Pi getting spiked.
Ooh, that's gonna be game point for Shen here. Will Pi have a response?
PCO from both players one more time. Pi
By finding it.
More like probably Shen missing it, but I don't know.
Shen able to work through his nice little 10 spike in his down stack. But Pi answers with a massive 17 spike.
Crazy.
My goodness.
Playing right on top
board.
of it. Getting far down.
And we have one close game. Seems the gods of Tetris have answered our not necessarily prayers, but they heard us talking earlier for sure.
Oh, Pi, he misdropped his PCO and he doesn't have.
Oh, and it doesn't look like he can find the down stack with the L. He kind of hung on. Oh, and I think that's going to be it for Pi. Shen's going to take this set.
That's the 30.
Oh, man.
Stalling.
No.
You can only
Kind of a painful game to see at the end here. Not really how I wanted that to go.
Yeah, again, like, if you do, that's kind of the problem with, like, a Tetris opener. I don't know. I don't think he meant to do that. I think he misdropped the T. But
Yeah.
you kind of have to use up an eyepiece that you need to get down to a clean well, especially if your opponent's doing something like PCO, which just gives you a gigantic clean well. Obviously, it's kind of a double-edged sword to give your opponent a huge well, but if you just keep up the pressure after that, you could just like win, because like they don't have enough eyepieces to get through the clean well, and that is yeah.
Yeah, we will see Shen moving on. That's not much. I can't remember the last tournament he actually got to play in because he's usually casting these as well. So that's interesting to see him, and I'm sure we'll be seeing more of 25 Pi in the future. Really coming out of the shadows, it seems, this year.
Yes.
Modest suggests we do a caster bracket. Okay. All right. You just want to publicly humiliate me.
I think Jed would win, right?
I don't know. Do you think I don't know about Jed versus Caboozled. They're like both insane players to me, and I honestly I don't even know. And I'm sorry if I'm offending either one of them for saying that. Like, I don't know who's better, man. They're both just so good.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's funny that you mentioned Caboozled because I think he's pretty sure he's our next match. Caboozled, very strong player. Kind of he runs again Underdogs Cup. Kind of I would say probably like the premier Tetrio streamer. Is that fair to say?
He's definitely up there. He's definitely up there. There's a good group, I think. Slowly over the last month, we've definitely seen, at least I personally have seen, kind of more and more Tetrio streamers with regularly that kind of number. He's with people like Combo Storm and whatnot too. I know he's always out there, but yeah, it's great to see this growing, and Caboozled is one of those big streamers right now.
He's done definitely a lot for the community with UC. I just keep talking about it. I don't know. And his opponent is going to be Frostfire, who is also a very, very strong player. I don't know too much about him. He was coach in UC for a little bit until this is my only experience with the game. I'm sorry, but I mean, like, definitely we're in for a pretty close match here. Both players with similar-ish stats on Virtual League, but yeah, it looks like we're getting ready to go into our match. Definitely going to be a lot of high APM and stuff thrown around.
This is going to be one explosive game here, Nick. I'm excited to see how this one's going to turn out.
we go. Both players opting for PCO. Looks like there's no PC.
Frostfire absolutely zooming. Look at that. I think maybe the fastest player we've seen today.
Had to deliberate a little bit with that, with some stacking decisions, causing him to slow down a bit. Both players kind of stabilizing around 3 FPS, which is still very fast, but not like 3.6 fast. It's just kind of where like the upper echelon of players kind of hover around. But again, it's just kind of the opener burst. So we can see Frostfire like maintain that throughout an entire game. See, okay, Caboozle.
Poor DC Cannon. Caboozle just says perfect clear. The man of pure anti-DT Cannon versus one of the fastest I've seen, easily the fastest today. Quite a start. Oh man.
I think Cap going there for obviously inspired. I don't know inspired, but sort of in similar fashion to his sister. I think he's been going for like DPC.
He's definitely been working on his plus lately.
Yeah. But so let's see if we see any like cheesy PC kills from Caboozle. With the kind of opener burst we see from Frostfire, I don't quite see that happening, but you know, any like it's Tetrio, any small misdrop, like you're just dead.
You know, I was just about to say it looked like Frostfire has kind of slowed down. The VTech just kicked in, yo. He's just speeding up. This whole game gets faster and faster throughout this entire set. Caboozle really struggling to keep up, gets just pushed out. Some kind of insane back-to-back pressure that Frostfire is throwing Caboozle right now.
No PC from Caboozle.
A little bit of a Caboozle lifeline moment.
Alright. Just trying to find his way down. Frostfire doing something a little fun.
I'm not liking Caboozle's board right now. He's got a real tough situation to get out of here. He's able to get down, and we'll see if he can kind of throw some multiplier back at Frostfire, but it's looking a little shaky.
Yeah. Just kind of didn't have the TPs to get through that, to work through that downstairs. Or, well, I don't know if setting up the T-spin was right in that situation. His T was coming too late in queue, but, you know. I don't play that fast, so maybe it's a decision you can make.
Ooh, and a nice big downstack spike from Caboozle, just going to put Frostfire top of his board. But I think he's looking for kind of something to respond with. And he finds that nice TSS on the way down.
So much
Quickly firing another 12 spike right back, but it's way cheesier.
He finds his way down. Frostfire with a big well.
Caboozle coming in with the pressure.
He counts a 4 over that. Kind of has to do something a little funky. See what happens.
Oh, I don't know about that. Oh, wow. Wow, that out of order placement from Caboozle was big brain. That was beautiful, man.
From Frostfire is gonna canceled all off by Caboozle. Way down. Big spike, 16 spike from Caboozle. But still not. Looks like both players. Oh,
Frostfire's getting cheesed at the top here.
Oh man.
If Jed were here, he'd be talking about lasagna, and that makes me so hungry.
I'm gonna skip dinner to commentate this. It'll be okay. Let's not talk about it.
Oh no.
Both players with very clean wells. Exchange top. Frostfire.
Ooh, the quick 15.
He needs to get to these eyepieces.
Another. Wow.
Dang.
I'm gonna look over here on stream because a little bit of delay just to make sure, like, what the heck just even happened? My goodness, just a real crazy exchange at the top there.
I don't know this game. It's too much.
Frostfire almost looking for that fun floating T-spin, not able to find it, but he does find a good multiplier spike.
Floating blue block.
How does he do it? How does he break physics?
Again, both players a little close to the bottom of their board, just trying to find some clean stems to see if he's going to break first. Looks like both players are trying to combo a little more. Frostfire is the one who's receiving most of the garbage. Single line of cheese on his board. Caboozled now getting pushed up a little as Frostfire comes down. Frostfire's board not looking the greatest. Yeah, gets just pushed out by Caboozled.
Looks like we're having another close game here so far. Whereas 3-4. Although I can't say I expected this at all.
Yeah, I'm not.
No shade on Frostfire, but Caboozled, a little bit of an awkward hold for Frostfire there. No shade on him or anything, but Caboozled's definitely a name and a face that, I mean, not a face, but he's a name that a lot of us are familiar with. And, you know, there are definitely some other players that you might not know that can really put up a fight.
Yeah, Frostfire, he put a little pouty emote in the chat before starting the game, so I thought maybe he would be losing and told me. But I don't know, I think
I gotta say, right now, he is really throwing out some insane fights, if anything, man.
it's the greater than period less than.
Ooh, a delectable eye spin. That T piece ain't gonna stop him there.
Oh no, that T at the top.
Although I don't know about that T spin. The residue's a little, yeah.
Just not worth
Caboozled's gonna tie it back up here. Wait a minute. Tell me I didn't miss a sipe spin double.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to go back and watch the instant replay there. The legendary cutting edge new tech.
And double. Right out the gate, both players giving kind of not really keeping it super clean, comboing a little down through their attacks.
Yeah, kind of a dirty board to downstack through for Frostfire. He's able to get to it, sets up a nice triple-double over that Tetris throw. Huge.
Shot from Caboozled.
Just for one absolute KO punch right there. Wow.
Huge spike. PCO,
Caboozled
alright.
launching out at first. Oh, finds the second PC, but it unfortunately has garbage. Still did it just to do it.
Oh, Frostfire.
And it's enough anyway.
At the top.
Frostfire is out of here. 5-5 again.
Alright, let's see if he can get another. He's going for it. He's really. Just, no, I don't think he comes second.
Frostfire in a bit of a dangerous situation, really hunting for that eyepiece. And yet another. He's able to get through that surprisingly, but not for much long. Not if Caboozled has anything to say about it.
Yeah, just not enough. So,
Looks like that DT almost kind of dug his own grave. We see him vertical.
Must be very happy right now.
Caboozled absolutely launching through that garbage, pushing Frostfire kind of close to the top. A lot of pressure coming in. Frostfire's got to get something going on here. This is game point here.
I misdrop, but yes, another IQ. Might delay the tempo a little bit. TS0.
Frostfire trying to get down. Caboozled with a really cheesy board.
Hanging around at the top of his board too long.
Bringing it to another 6-6 close game.
Alright, let's see it. No, never mind. He goes for TKI. That's gonna. I wanted him to deep.
Caboozled kind of going sicko mode with that, like, out of order Fonzie solution. Very impressive. One Mino left over. Oh, the misdrops. And it's enough anyway. What the heck?
Dang. Really
Wow.
Caboozled there. Pulling it together after kind of those small misdrops kind of took that 6-5 game from him.
Caboozled really hitting us with a big bamboozle. Love to see that one, man. Playing with fire in your heart. Truly, both of you. That was a great set to watch.
Yeah.
I think I say this every time, but I'm truly blessed to get to watch these players. This is just some insane gameplay, man.
Definitely. Yep, so looks like my game froze. Oh no. Let me in. I think I'm good. No, I'm good. Anyway, looks like
Wow.
got some more big names coming in.
I am speechless after that game, to be honest. If you'll excuse me one moment, I'm gonna grab some water. That one was quite a draining match, to be honest with you boys.
Yes, I will make sure you all stay hydrated there at home. I'm drinking water. I hope you all drink water at the same time.
I got my big Turvis tumbler cup. Metal. I don't even know why I said that. It's metal, that installation.
And it
Cold
does
water.
not ingest BPAs, okay? He drinks from a metal cup.
That clink.
Yeah. I drink BPAs. I have a plastic water bottle.
Uh-oh. Someone hates the environment. Gosh, Ors.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think
Little preview for our next game coming up in a minute.
we've got, as I said, some big names coming up. Or we've got. You want to guess? There's only like not that many big names in Tetris. Also restreaming the tournament, so maybe he's like in the stream room. You can
What?
like do the Tetrio category. I don't know. Wait, let me.
My man
Next.
Flamingo. Yeah. Wow. Should be quite an exhilarating match coming up here between these two. Personally, you know what, Ors? I think leaving the suspense of the match. I think we should leave. I think we should keep some suspense here because this is a real brawl coming up here between Titans. If I've ever seen one in this game.
Wait, my game might actually just be frozen again. Wait. Oh god. Wait. No, I think I'm alright. The worst case, I can go off the Discord stream, but this should hopefully be fine.
By the way, guys, you can listen to me right now. I'm Dazer. I'm behind the controls. The match is ready, so just wait a minute. You probably already know who are. You just spoiled the game, okay? Next match is gonna be Dormy versus Kesdaves.
No
So,
fun.
yeah.
No, it was like it just dude, no fun. You just had to wait like 10 seconds, Dazer, dude. No
I don't
fun.
know, 1 in 3 chance is like not that many.
Yeah, it is an easy question, I suppose. But that's right. We have Dormy versus Kesdavez, and like I said, just two absolute titans. You all know who Dormy is. I don't think I need to introduce him. But Kez has been a notable entrant into any of the Tetrio WPLs that we've seen in the past. And I'm excited to see what he's got to say against the Puyo Puyo Tetris legend. We should be diving into this one moment here.
Wait, give me 1 sec. I'm sorry.
Oh no. See, Dormy starting out this game with that DTC spin starting, and Tez kind of struggling to survive with a bit of an awkward misdrop at the top. Looking for that right down stack. Able to get down a little bit. Dormy not quite punishing at the very top despite that heat. Oh, and looks like that eyepiece is going to do it there.
Pushing him a little bit up over.
Yep.
Oh. Both players opting for flat top.
Oh yeah, I don't mind doing that again after this round for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah, okay.
Dormy with a nice little Kaidan TSD in there. Really putting on some pressure as he works down through that stack.
He's a little bit high up on his board, doing his best to get down. Makes his way to the clean well. Dormy spamming T-spins best he can. I think he briefly considered that TST, but didn't have the elements for it.
Now, what's interesting to note here is that despite Dormy's former kind of APM lead and definitely PPS lead for this game, he's actually been playing at kind of a bit of a lower versus score. I know it's kind of, you know, a bit of an odd number, you know, to look at. Not the meaningful is a bit abstract, but it's definitely interesting to see that, like, despite the speed, even at this level and the differences, they're still going on for this long, with Kez even taking that round.
Kez.
Oh no, Kez.
We're winding. Oh, he has it.
Oh no, Kez. Oh no.
Oh, that's a triple.
Oh, Kez, you gotta count to 4, Kez.
No.
Looking for that limb G. You can't do that.
The limb is the limb
Side 4 wide, I suppose, yeah. You can't do that. That's illegal, Kez, chat says.
You can do that. It's fine. It's Tetrio. No one cares.
It's illegal.
Yeah,
Really
both players
cheesy.
Kind of up at the top of their boards. Kez finding the clean well first. Ah, Dormy.
Able to
Oh,
just
Dormy,
squeeze
the
out a
hero
tiny
down
bit of
that-
pressure and
Doesn't it?
take another round, take the lead 2-1 against Dormy here. We're gonna see another really fast DT cannon from Dormy.
Kez just
Kez really timing out and watching over, waiting for that damage from Dormy to cancel off there. Bit of a smart decision.
looks like he's trying to wait out the opener pressure.
Yeah, Kez really, that hold there to kind of bump the multiplier up just a touch more.
Ooh, that team is
Kez really trying to take just the good piece placements, anything he can really find here, because he can't afford to, you know, to speed through.
Push Dormy out of the top.
This strategy's kind of working out for him too, honestly.
Yeah, I think he kind of realized this, that Dormy's like,
Oh,
oh,
oh man, oh man, a 29 spike, dude. You can't do that. Come on. Oh my god. Just brutality. Wow.
take those. This is Tetrio.
And he goes for it again with Dormy stacking up.
Dormy, don't send a TSD. Okay, yeah.
I'm almost in shock from that last round, really, with Kez with that STSD waiting to go.
Yeah, both looks like Dormy getting down a little bit. Nice cut copy. Trying to spike Kez up while he was Chiefs, but I think Kez got through it just in time. Yeah, both players playing pretty clean, but Dormy playing over like a line of cheese. I don't think it's a little dangerous, but I mean he's starting to make his way down. Kez staying at the bottom of this board.
Kez kind of picking up some speed now, actually, playing faster for the first time this set.
Kez definitely. It seems like he's trying to play a little more deliberately, more.
Yo!
Oh,
We love to see it. Those beautiful T-spins.
Is TST from Dormy? Kez playing a little high, but finds a really good TST Tetris.
It's just an absolutely explosive game right now. I just, like, almost don't even know what to say. It's almost mesmerizing, or is...
That element drop.
Nice color clear from Kez, going to put him in a real good situation to start getting back down into that clean garbage.
This is a pretty long game, jeez. Both players getting pushed up. It's kind of...
Oh, wow, and Dormy is just able to answer every time. Just both players almost always seemingly ready for that other spike this round. I don't think it's common we see 2-minute games at this level of Wars.
Yeah. Especially...
Like, 2 minutes of 100 plus APM, 3 PP, like, how, man? These guys are just some monsters.
Yeah, it's not like either player isn't, like, making any mistakes. There's definitely, like, misdrops and stuff, but, like, neither player is able to find, like, a large enough send at the right time. Here we go, maybe.
Ooh, Kez with a pretty good sequence here.
Trying to just ups the combo that down to try and get some more cheese onto Dormy's board, but nothing's really sticking.
This is almost an exhausting game to even watch. A really game of stamina here. Dormy finally topping Kez out though.
Not finding the stacking. Not going to the correct stacking decision, but that's still a 2-4 lead for Kez. So like, I don't think he jumped too fast. Dormy, maybe that's the long. Kez, good use of the TSM there to. Oh, nice Imperial Cross from Dormy, but into Imperial Cross into like 3 misdrops. We'll get
misdrop cannon, as they call it. It's gonna bring the score really over to Kez, 2-5. Kind of starting to swing wild, and go for him now.
I think Dormy's known a little bit of like not choker, but like he misdrops. I think he's known for misdropping a bit. So Kez power stacking this a little bit, trying to see if he can get a big.
Dormy really stacking up on that. Beautiful.
Not really much off of it. Let's see what happens.
Kez kind of waiting to cancel there with his eyepieces. Really smart decisions.
It looks
playing
like
it right.
Trying to prolong these games. Definitely. Looking to send a little cheese, sending these TSSs. Yeah, ups to give away his initial setup for that T-spin.
It's almost like his game plan, he's almost like he's recognized that these stamina battles are almost something that he might be able to do. Hang on with.
Really discouraging to like play through a bunch of slogs when you're down 2-5. Like,
yeah.
You want to just like win rounds quickly, right? It's like, you know, I don't want to.
Every round that Dormy has to win, if it's that long, every one is going to be such a hard-fought battle. And Kez at this point only needing one more.
It's going to be a huge uphill battle for Dormy to win. Let's see if he can make something happen. LSD, Poggers.
Kez really striding through, and I think he's got something dangerous here if he finds it, but it doesn't look like that 4-wide's going to go through.
Oh my god, look at all these multi-T-spin setups from Dormy, jeez. Really showing
wow. That was pretty. I keep looking over on the delayed Twitch stream just to watch those T-spins again.
Dormy going for pretty high stacked up DT. Ups just kind of continue stacking over it. Oh, does he have...
Kez ready for that DT though, almost, and just absolutely pushes Dormy to the very, very top in a super crazy situation. It's not enough for Dormy though, and Kez is going to take this round 3-7.
That didn't feel like 3-7. I feel like
that felt like one hard-fought game.
That felt like a 7-5.
That was one hard-fought game. I gotta say, if I'm still in bracket and I have to play Kez at this point, I'm quaking in my boots.
Yeah, I've played. I think I've played Kez on Gestress in like a random like 50+ 1v1 room. And I think I lost like 30 to like 3 or something. And he was probably trolling too. He's a very consistent and strong player. So.
I'd like to say 2 things real quick. The first one was mid-match update. Competitor 25 Pi restoring his X honor.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go, buddy. I'm so
Sorry,
proud of
sorry
you.
for calling you out. He was X the whole time. Oh
But
yeah.
also, so once again, I'm Cheeky Bandit. I've played Tetris maybe like a year-ish. Whenever 99 came out was kind of when I started, but I didn't really play it for about another year. And I'm just happy to be here, man.
Yeah. I'm Ors. Both of us commentated the last Jester's Cup for pools as well. That's what we're doing this time. We're kind of like junior commentators, you know. What's up? On the mic. Not that good at Tetris. We're fine. It's all right. Uh, so yeah. I don't know. Uh,
I am
Definitely.
not in X rank. Last I checked, I was like SS, S plus, but I haven't been in Tetra League in a hot minute.
Looks like we have got our next match coming here. I know one of the players pretty well. I feel like I should know the other one, but I don't know them that well.
Yeah, I think I know exactly what you mean. You know?
Well, I guess I don't know why we. The only reason I like keep the name secret is in case like I get something wrong. Because I think in the Justice Cup, we definitely like we were just like talking about like a match, like before it happened. We got the order wrong, so I was like, oh, I don't want this to happen again. Okay, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So up next we have Duck Life 4 player versus Ripple Yo, and Duck Life 4 player very fast and very fast. I don't need to say anything more. I think one of his like cool like flex achievements is that he got a no T-spin account to X rank, where he just plays like 4 PPS on that account. It's crazy. And
As a personal experience, I am a survivor of that no T spin run. One of those placement games was versus me about when I was still in Tetra League, and let me tell you, that man is one force to be reckoned with. My lord. Even without T spins, he is murderous. And I think recently also verified 100 plus in MMC, right?
yeah,
So
he
he's
got that
got like
recently.
one strong player here. The other player I feel almost guilty for not knowing enough about. Definitely seen Rippleo here around a lot. Global number 6 right now on the leaderboard, actually. I feel, like I said, almost guilty that I know nothing about him, really.
Yeah. Duck Life 4 player is a duck. He plays with his little webbed feet. I don't know how he does it. He's crazy. But yep.
So Chocolad's saying that Ripple's an unofficial European champion. So I did not know he was from the EU. That's interesting to know. Well, watch me click it, and it like probably says.
No, he has his country hidden. He's
Well, he's definitely one strong player that I've seen lurking around Tetrio for quite a while. And it's going to be exciting to see these two pop off.
You know what? We gotta rep the United States. So and MMC. So let's go Duck Life. I don't know if that's maybe mean. Little
Maybe
commentator
Biased Wars? Biased Wars? Hello?
Bias is fun.
Alright, I forgive you, because we can jump into this game and get going, and that's way more exciting.
Alright, so both players... Oh, Rippleo going for a bit of a weird TKI, but... You know,
I like it.
same.
Interesting interesting skim. I really like some of these setups that I'm seeing from Ripple. Maybe not the best, but you know, I don't even know what the best is. But they certainly are fascinating to watch here.
Duck Life, even with these hesitations, just like playing at like above 3 PPS. Oh, but I think he needs... he kind of stacks himself into a little bit of a corner there, and gets pushed out.
Ooh, Ripple not finding that PC.
Duck Life.
Getting a whole lot of pressure. Duck Life responding for a round of his own.
Catches Ripple on the bad cue. Yeah, definitely in for kind of a.
Oh, MKO PC, let's go.
Oh no, that's
Nope.
missed from Duck Life. Let's see if he can work his way through it. Needs to use the eyepiece to get through. Man, Duck Life just zooming at 3.5 DPS with these huge spikes. Like, how do you compete with that? Oh my god.
Just really monumental speed. Again, we see that T-spin from Ripple. Duck Life just
Kind of
stacking. It doesn't really seem to be as much of a game plan. He's just going. And you know, the misdrop, he kind of almost cleans it up really nicely into a setup anyway.
he really
Too permitting for a really big spike too.
the fast player privilege. It doesn't really matter. You can cycle all you want. It doesn't really matter, and like because you're just getting to pieces faster. There's no. Oh, see, even with the eye misdrop, he's gonna live.
Yeah,
Well,
like
that
at this
was
point in the game, at this point he's, you know, literally 3 bags ahead of Rippleo in pieces. It's like the speed difference does start to add up when you know.
Doesn't go for
just
that.
straight up will have more.
That would be like too mean if you went for the STSD and killed him with it.
Looks like the DS combo is going to be enough, especially when Rippleo had that kind of a bit of an awkward misdrop sequence there, working through it.
So many times where like Duck Life should be like on the brink of death, just like doesn't die. Like he stacks up for a Tetris there. And, like Rippleo's just like sending PCs at him, and he's just able to work through it. Crazy. Playing at
Just doesn't care. Oh, and Ripple with
Oh
a
my
really
God.
sad T extra rotation. Whoa. Duck
Ripple's
Life kind of
trying to
running away
pull
with this one.
Ripple's starting to feel the nerves, I guess, a bit. Very difficult to look over to the other side of the port and like just see just like things happening really really fast. I don't know, it's also scary. So yeah, another tip, don't screen watch, otherwise you'll get scared by how fast your opponent is playing. You see, that's the answer.
Whereas I don't know about that. Whereas
Okay.
I think I'm gonna.
Maybe-
I might have to. I think we might have to talk about your UC coaching status after that one, buddy.
Yeah. I'm not really able to work through all of those misdrops with his speed advantage. It's a little much. So let's see if Ripple can make his way back into the game. Alright, lots of exchange of clean. Duck really just kind of. Oh, yeah.
Ripple sending
It's
the
not fair how
pressure.
it's hitting these. Okay, yeah. If he misdrops side there.
Able to really hit his own. Kind of coming back from this. It was a bit of a lead for Duck, but Ripple coming back to 2 now.
Yeah, definitely. Misdropping the PCO. And now kind of caught in a bad situation where Duck's allowed to run away. Just kind of stack up again. Duck gets
Ooh,
hitting
Ripple
all
with
the
a
bottom of the board.
bit of a dangerous situation. And that L piece isn't gonna, or J piece isn't gonna do him any favors either. Duck by taking back his lead in this set here as he moves ever closer towards that winning
Duck
game.
RNG game. I forgot that's the 4th way to communicate in Tetris using the chat function.
And Duck Life with the quick down stack, T-spin just to knock an extra one out. Bring it to game point. It's time for Ripple to really wake up. Gotta get the engines flowing here.
When you're playing against someone like this much faster than you, even if like you can, like it's not necessarily that like you can't beat them, but like it's just so much like mental pressure that to know that if you're gonna keep up with them, you need to be completely on point with all your decisions. Like you like that's the only way to compete pretty much.
Yeah, you see, like, Ripple even pausing there kind of to make sure that he's got the absolute right down stack. Just to make sure, because he can't afford at this point, especially being so behind, he cannot afford any mistakes anymore.
Duck Life, on the other hand, just kind of still zooming. It doesn't matter if he makes like 2 eye dependencies, he'll just get to the second eye piece.
Kind of just living like Larry right now. Just doing what he pleases.
Okay. I feel like I'm like being really prejudiced against fast players here, but I don't know. It's I love Duck Life, so it's probably fine. He's cool. But
He's a good kid.
He's too fast. I don't know.
Definitely insanely fast player.
Staying at the bottom of this board gets a little bit of cheese in this trying to downstack. Duck Life still again. I feel like he's so many times he's just like at the top of his board and managing to stay alive. Like Ripple just doesn't have the pressure to push him out.
Ooh, fortunately, Ripple able to finesse that S piece right in. Actually able to take the round and start climbing his way back.
I think Ripple getting his sands at the right time there. So I mean, you're European champ. Let's see it. Let's see if he can make something happen here. Duck Life.
Nice initial spike, but Duck Life is just going to immediately send it right back. Nice multiplier.
Ripple
Again.
finding some nice sense on his way down, but Duck Life.
Big bulb spike for Duck Life, and then into a 10 spike. Ripple answering, knocking on the door.
Maybe the nerves starting to get to Duck Life a bit. I mean, as much as you have one more game to win. It's sort of the same thing with that, like, you're the better player, like the better player thing I was talking about with our first match. Like if you're better, then like if you're worse or you're losing, you obviously have the pressure that you're worse or you're losing. But if you're winning or you're better, then there's the pressure of like, I need to put this away. Like I should be winning right now.
Yeah.
If you let it get to you, then you'll just die. Oh, but it looks like Duck Life kind of
much better showing in the end. For a 7-5 overall for Duck Life, a little bit better than what you might have thought in the earlier. Things were looking a little bit more uneven.
Yes, really strong showing from both players. I think Duck Life really showing his speed, and I mean it's not just kind of mindless upstack like super striding. He's able to find like really, maybe not necessarily like the most crazy efficient, but like efficient enough at like 3.5 PPS. Like, and if you just can't die, then like eventually you'll kill your opponent with some kind of like RNG spike. I mean, it's
yeah. Eventually your opponent's going to, you're gonna make a mistake at some point.
or
about
like
to happen.
I mean, it's gonna also be sent back pretty much completely as cheese with these like downstack combos, and just like speed cheese. I don't know. It's very, very, very difficult to play against someone that much faster than you. I think at times like Duck Life was playing like more than half a PPS faster than Ripple, yo. Looks like our next match isn't quite ready, so we're just going to make small talk.
Still getting some things settled up here.
Last time when we were talking on Jestrus Cup, we were talking about 4 wide because I don't know, Jestrus is kind of like has this looming meta of 4 wide, and like nobody spams 4 wide hard enough. I feel like we didn't really talk too much about Kez using 4 wide in
Yeah, that's interesting to see. Especially, I was having a discussion earlier today. I really haven't actually seen that much forwarding in Tetrio. It's been a minute. You hear about a certain player popularizing a certain special, but I mean that's it. I don't necessarily, you don't see it too much, especially on these streams. So it's interesting to see that multiplier abuse where you get that real high combo and the other player had already sent you a Tetris just to work off of, or in Kez's case, he would just build one every now and again.
I definitely hear some like newer players complain about it, because even if it doesn't have like the super sending power that it does in like Gestress or TOP or like just any other Tetris client, it definitely has, it just like sends like a half a board of cheese, pretty much.
Yeah, it's definitely a different purpose in this game. It's a different tool in the toolbox, right? And I think that it's not something that like shouldn't not exist. You know, like you can't really not like, you can stack blocks in any particular way. You know, and they're kind of all different tools in the toolbox.
Yeah.
But it's more of a situational thing rather than I default to doing this from the start. And it's kind of interesting to see, at least, you know, somehow where that takes us, and how some people might, you know, kind of play things in the middle of a game where they just say, okay, I'm ending this. We're building that spike now, you know.
And I don't know if we can mention 4-wide and Tetrio without, obviously there's the limb special which we've alluded to, but there's the evolution of that, which the man himself, Lim GW, has admitted to being more optimal than his own special move. So the limb special is a side 4-wide where you build your own Tetris, so that you don't rely on garbage RNG. So you have to build like a 4x3 box on top of iResidue side 4-wide, and then you get like a guaranteed like 4-wide into Tetris spike, if you can manipulate the residue well enough. But there is another hidden special technique involving the 4-wide known as the it's the Stickman special, right? Stickman, I think he was a competitor in UC2.
One Stickman comic, that is correct.
Stickman comic, yeah. He kind of had like a really, well, I don't like, he got a lot better pretty quickly after UC2. I think he had to have been S+ or SS, and then he had this kind of cool, like crazy STD opener, single, triple, double, not the other thing, but I think he's kind of like a opener labber to a degree. So he came up with an opener that's like a floating TST that leaves you like a few blocks to platform a 4-wide onto, and then you can I-spin do an I-spin into the as well.
It's certainly something.
That lets you get an 80% chance for your for the RNG multiplier spike, as opposed to the 40% chance if you
just, you know, build your 4-wide and hope that it comes in that
4-wide regularly. Yeah.
Now, I will say what was interesting about that is just looking around in some Tetris servers today, I saw someone else entirely unrelated posted different sequences of follow-ups to a first same opening bag to that, and it's fun to see the overlay with everyone. I really enjoy a lot of the creativity and a lot of the stuff this Tetris community can come up with.
The stream got a raid from Microbliss.
Yo, Microbliss coming through. Also earlier, if we're doing that, Promo did one too. I saw that. I saw you, buddy. I'm not gonna ignore that. I just didn't know if you were doing that. But you're a champ also. What's going on? How's everyone doing? Just coming into the stream. We hope you've had a fun time watching players in the tournament, or if you're just tuning in, we hope you enjoy some of the stuff that we've been getting to enjoy.
Looks like we're
finally into the next one here, or it's coming.
Yeah.
Our stalling is complete. We made it, brother. And it looks like up next we have Swedish legend Chocolad Tom 10, which I just butchered the name, I know, 100%, versus Agrace, who we've seen play against Kaboozled before, actually. So another bunch of familiar names, and I know both these players occasionally hang out in quick play, usually dominating.
My game just froze again. What happened? Alright, I'll go off the stream again. It's okay.
We're finally gonna go right into this one. Looks like Chalk was looking for that C-spin afterwards, wasn't quite able to find it. He's still got some nice garbage to work with and really pound the Grace with, though.
Grace
kind of
really fast, actually.
Yeah, Grace kind of struggling to get to that garbage. While Chocolate almost kind of continuously attacking with it.
Both players pretty middle in their boards. Small amounts of cheese, but a Grace in a little more danger. Needs to find his way down. Chocolate sort of just trying to find attacks with a lot of support. Suddenly a Grace finding a bit of a down stack, sending some cheese over to Chocolate. He needs to find his way down too. Yeah.
Grace gonna take the first round in the set.
I think, if I remember from Jester's Cup, Chocolate sort of has a style where he just tried to push a speed advantage and like do his best to kind of clean board, maybe overstacking a bit, and usually gets caught with. I think he usually got caught with like poor stacking choices and then just kind of getting pushed out. Let's see if he can kind of push this speed advantage over by Grace to just, push him out like that. I think we saw him against, well, let's not talk about another tournament. Let's stay present.
Chocolate with a bunch of clean garbage to work with right here.
Upstick combo through it. Send some cheese over to Grace.
Kind of a smart decision, especially if he can actually get some of that cheese onto Grace's board before he gets rid of that clean garbage. It's free real estate. Doesn't look like he's really able to do that, though. Kind of a bit of an uphill battle for him here.
Not a lot of clean sends from
Looks like Chalk had a really nice sequence there where he just had the pieces ready for the garbage and everything. But he's getting dangerously close to the top. Steve kind of ran out. And Grace was able to pick up and capture on that. Mirror image start from both players, though Grace doing a little bit of a different choice of a second bag. This greed might cost him here. He's getting dangerously close to the top.
Ah, man. Chocolate really pushing him up.
Interesting start from Chocolate.
Stack up 2-7 instead of any other SEO opener.
A nice little multiplier spike as he goes down is really going to put some hurt onto Grace. Let Chocolate take the round, keeping his lead back and forth in this close set here.
Dang. I feel like this is mostly just which player will make a small stack mistake.
Yeah, really, it's which mistake comes first, and speaking of, immediately
running away with their clean pressure. If the game does progress to the mid game, it's definitely more about who fails that first down stack or messes up their stack. But
Chocolate gonna put some early pressure on here. Some nice downstack combos.
Yeah. Looks like we've sort of made our way to the mid game, unless Chocolate dies from that. Just drop them.
I think he's able to get some good spiking in here. Yeah, there it is with a quick 22, really to bang up a whole board onto Aggrace again. Always having a response, keeping that lead here.
So
Not a ton of seemingly productive upstacking. Both players kind of playing a little safer this round, it seems like. That eyepiece on the left kind of questioning for Chocolate, though. I'm not really sure what he had in mind going on there. Race once again able to, keep putting out pressure in that slip-up moment, capture his round, bringing us back to a tie game.
Chocolate continuing to just kind of do this stacking up 2-7. I guess trying to push his speed advantage, just trying to get blocks down. Because more blocks equals more things I can set with, even especially combos. Yeah, Chocolate definitely keeping up a small speed advantage. Grace, I think, playing obviously also pretty quick, but Chocolate trying to stay pretty comfortably at 3.3 FPS. Kind of doing all right for himself with it. Both players just kind of clean board.
Yeah, Grace looking for these big down stacks, but he's kind of struggling for a while. Finally able to get through it, though. He was looking kind of shaky there for a second. Really had to pause and make some decisions. See Chocolate moving into that 6-3 and immediately not.
This little TSD Tetris Stone, Chocolate should push a Grace up a little more. Does he have the Q to work through this? He does. Eyepiece, another TSD Tetris. Well, a little delayed because he Grace getting pushed up more and more. Can Chocolate find his final send before Grace is able to get to that garbage? And he is. Yeah. I think those little few lines of cheese interspersed in between the clean sends that Chocolate was sending definitely
Ooh, not the fastest DT cannon we've seen today, but certainly always fun when you're that player and you get the good RNG garbage like Chocolate just did. I personally love getting that free Tetris. You come through stacking that. It's always nice, but it's gonna leave him in a bit of an awkward situation, looking for kind of anything. Has to waste his eyepiece, and he's not really able to get much of a clean send going. In a really dangerous spot here.
Some really good inboarding to maybe try and get down, but Grace able to keep up the pressure. We're at 5-5. This match has really gone back and forth. I don't think has any player been up by 2.
I think it happened extremely briefly. I think Chocolate went up by 2 and then lost 2 immediately, and it was tied immediately again.
Oh, a huge 14 spike from Chocolate, and a Grace's stack is just too high up. And at this fractal,
Ooh.
Chocolate
really just needing just a little bit more pressure, and wow!
God, I think
Grace taking 2 in a row.
Send.
What just happened? Really big send from Grace at the end of that round there. Kind of putting him in a good spot. He's feeling good, I bet. He's kind of surprised he's broken the rhythm. He only needs 1 more. Choc needs 2. Oh.
Looks like
He's able to drop that round. Unfortunately for Grace, that wasn't quite the game yet.
He was getting a little too eager and stacking up too high.
A real nail biter here, Oris, dude. Getting stressed out.
Oh, Chocolate's so high up. He does manage to find a down stack combo down. Try and keep him alive a little longer. Finds the eyepiece. Well, Grace both players making their way down. Kind of just sending as much pressure as they can while also kind of clinging to life. This 6-6 scramble situation. Chocolate really just kind of scheming and just opening up the clean well however he can, and then just like seeing if he can find like any TC.
Ooh, Grace looking for that TST at the very top. Actually doesn't go for it. Kind of probably a smart decision, but I don't know how he gets out of this. And Chucklad able to take the set.
What a close set there. Yeah, definitely that could have been anyone's game.
Wow, really close.
A little more damage. Is that true?
Just
No.
to highlight even how close that game was, the difference in line sent 30 for that entire match. Insane. Two extremely skilled players here. Could not have been any closer, I think. Wow.
Yeah, wow. And
Absolute fight to the death here.
Still not in the room because I keep. I think this next match will be our last on the mic. So I hope you've all enjoyed.
That's right. It's almost time for top 8, and you get some real gameplay. If you think it's been good up to now, just you wait. Because there's people who haven't even been on stream that you don't even know about. And they here to say, hey, what's up? We're going to drop a bomb.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shoot.
So looks like we're actually waiting for losers to catch up a little bit here. So we actually might be on a little bit longer. We'll see.
We need
to
like
what?
About something for longer.
But right now, we are waiting for Jason to return. We are going to see two familiar names on stream, Caboozled versus Jason, coming up here in a minute.
Yep. So, looks like both players are in the room, but we're gonna let them set up a bit. We've talked about Caboozled enough. I think Jason, he's a very, very strong player. I think he's part of the elusive sub 20 club. That's
correct.
He got it recently, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure about sub 20 recency, but I can say that his sprint PB of 19.3 seconds is as of 10 days ago on Tetrio. So that is
like that. It was recent. I don't remember. I need to check MMC news. Make sure you guys, if you haven't, you can go join MMC and subscribe. I don't know. You can get an MMC news channel in your Discord, personal Discord server, if you just want to look at Ben NXT write things. You know, Ben is cool.
Or just be like, let me just promo a whole bunch of people now. Speaking of promos, you may have actually seen periodically on the overlay here something for Square One. Be on the lookout for that. There have been multiple qualifiers recently, and there is a really awesome Puyo Puyo Tetris 2 launch day tournament, December 11th. So keep posting for that. That's going to be crazy. I know we already have a couple players who've qualified for previous WPLs and other games. That's going to be bonkers. And you'll see me there. I'll be talking. I'll be chatting. We'll be having fun. And we are about to actually get into this game for real. That's enough talking about other games.
So yeah, here we have Jason versus Caboozled. Yeah, so definitely this is a very, very high level match. Jason, I think I keep hold on. My only reference of people is the pen list. He's definitely right under that up top echelon of player, like the kind of the guys you see like top 3 all the tournaments, CZ, Firestorm, Diao. He's like in that tier that's right below those players that can compete with them, but ultimately they come out on top. But like, let's see. I
Established Titan versus Fresh Blood.
yes.
Looks like Caboozle going too fast on his PC here, but I don't think it's going to be a problem for him at the start. Looks like he's
playing at like 3.6 PPS, 6-3 stacking.
okay. I said that might not have been a problem, but that misdrop could be a little bit of an issue for Caboozle there. The Z piece. Jason playing almost 4 PPS now. My goodness, absolute speedster at the start there.
Thinking a little bit. What to do with that piece? I think it was just going to misdrop. But Caboozle trying his best to keep up.
Barely doesn't kill Jason, and it's gonna be bad that he didn't. Jason's gonna send that right back at him.
Caboozle staying at the bottom of his board, just trying to deal with that cheese a bit. Ooh, needs to make that eye dependency too. Oh,
Yeah,
and that
Jason.
D misdrop.
Jason said, "You better call an ambulance, but not for me."
Okay.
My lord.
All right. So we'll see what happens. We'll see if Caboozle can find his footing here.
See, perfect clear at like the same speed. Pass through. That's always fun to see. Maybe kind of caught Jason off guard. Some weird misdrop to the top there.
And Caboozle's on the board. Definitely keep trying to saying I can keep this close. He's like,
Yeah, I mean, they're both top 50 players here. You know, nothing to shake a stick at.
I think we got the pass through on the PC there. Caboozle couldn't get the second off.
Ooh, and that Z piece for Caboozle is gonna be real bad.
Nothing he can do there. And Jason's starting to solidify his lead again.
Feels like we're watching almost like a quick draw here. These matches go by so quickly, and just that first tiny little mistake is enough.
Yeah.
You know, the first person to not send that massive spike. Cowboys blown away.
Definitely, Caboozle has to kind of step up here and play way faster than he's sort of used to keep up with Jason, who's playing at like almost 4 PPS right now. Just kind of, dang, 1:38 PM.
Just an absolute madman. Jason really, just, I hate to keep saying it, running away with this one. He's really pulling ahead here and kind of building up this lead that I don't know if Caboozle's going to be able to shake. We'll see. It's like a little bit of extra rotation on Caboozle, even a nice downstack combo, but he's still going to get so much cheese from Jason, who's playing at 4.4 PPS now.
Yeah. 1:65 APM. He doesn't. Yeah.
There's not much you can do about that. Wow. I don't even know. I am speechless, Jason. My God, dude.
Sort of like with
He's
the
just
Duck game. It's not even just like.
He's just a boy, man. You can't. He's playing almost 5 PPS at the start. He's just a boy.
It's not just that like APM pressure. It's also like the mental pressure. But
Caboozle able to downstack and send Jason out of here.
A little too fast and sticking around too long at the top. So Caboozle's, not want to get. Oh,
Caboozle hitting the double PC. Jason not able to get it in time.
Whoa, Cab playing at like 200 APM. Keep it up.
No kidding. With that fractal? Oh, buddy, he's finding him. He's finding it. Wow.
Caboozle 3.8 PPS,
200 APM. Wow.
Yeah. Man, he's really turning it up. I feel like.
I don't think I've seen Caboozle play with this kind of fire before, dude.
Kind of a clutch player. LST? No, there's no time to.
Oh no, but the speed is just too much. He's not able to keep up with that round. It's game point. But Caboozle playing with so much passion. You wanted to see do more. You just wanted to see more. I want to see him do more.
See one more.
My God.
Caboozle not really finding any sends. Jason, 4 PPS, 60. Well, no, just kidding. he's starting to ramp up an APM. Just
My God.
60.
Kabuzo looking for this multi T-spin setup, just doing
Ah.
everything he can to survive here now.
Nice TSD Tetris. Oh no, misdropped the eye. Can he make his way out? Kaboozled.
Every time he gets down, he just gets pushed right back up. Kabuzo's got to find some big down stack here.
Ah, yeah.
And that's going to be it. Unfortunately, not able to do it.
Down anyway. Either way, really strong fight from Kaboozled. That one round was like he just like went off. He got the second.
What an insane game.
And he just kept going. And well, Kaboozled actually sending more. Like 100 line. Wait. Oh, that's lines received. I've been reading this wrong the whole time. Yeah, no, Jason sent 100 more lines than Kaboozled. I'm sorry.
What a match! Oh my gosh, man, dude! Can you imagine? I gotta give a serious shout out to both those players there. Kaboozled playing with passion I've never seen him play with before, and Jason just laying down the law. I really don't have anything else to say about that.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. There's a huge skill gap between those. Like, not huge skill gap. There was some skill gap between those players, but yeah, Kaboozle showing that like he can definitely step up. Very impressive for such a young and new player. Not just like young age. Everyone in Tetris is pretty young.
Thanks, Auras, making me feel old again.
But also just for how long Kaboozle has been playing the game. Definitely very strong showing, and we're all excited to see where his progress. So that was a really fun match. Really good way to kind of close out our pool's commentary, and I think
we might actually be doing one more.
We're doing one more. Oh my god, I'm sorry.
I think we might maybe. You just can't get rid of us.
Are we doing one more? I'm sorry.
Just can't get rid of us.
All right, we're here, I guess. Okay, sorry. There was one more game. I miscounted. Don't worry.
Ooh. Dazer, is this the same Corona that? Oh, spoiler. Is this the same one that plays Cultures 2?
Yes, this is.
Yo, this is gonna be a cool matchup. We're about to see Mugura versus Corona.
I think we saw we commentated Corona playing at last Tetrio Cup, and I know Mugura, and I've like talked with Mugura very briefly before. I don't know him too well. I think he's. I don't know too much about him. It looks like he's come pretty far into this tournament, and I guess he's not too much of like a TL grinder because it doesn't look like he's too far. It's not like too far up X rank. I think he's like very high U, like on the border. Okay, so it looks like from chat that Mugura's like a pro PPT player. I think he's also like good at like pretty good at PCs or something.
I mean, he's got that 10 PC badge. I feel
like
that's a pretty tasty
like,
thing.
Yeah, S Finder 10 PC badge. I don't know. I don't have 10 PC badge though. I'm bad. Yeah, we're waiting for our match, so we get.
Yeah, you've heard of who is Dao, but where is Corona?
It's everywhere. I mean, what? But yeah, I think Corona doesn't like that association with his name, so we will not make jokes about that, I guess.
I'm almost positive this man had the name before that. I would imagine he's referring to like the thing around stars.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Sorry, that one.
Like a Corona sphere and whatnot. I'm pretty sure.
That, yeah.
Maybe they're talking about the beer. I don't know. You never know.
think Corona also means crown, right?
Probably.
Yeah. That makes sense why it's a ring. Because it's like that.
That would make sense,
Oh, yeah.
Wars. But either way, he's definitely it's definitely a player that we're glad to see playing. I didn't expect to see in Tetrio. I didn't even know they really played Tetrio that much, but it looks like I am very wrong.
Well, maybe
it's
they
been for 8 months.
they could just not stay away from a Team TSD run event, you know?
Yeah.
With such strong production value and high quality commentary. Let's go. I don't know.
Yeah, man, the people who do finals are great. I don't know about those
Yeah.
cons and pools. The people who do finals are terrific.
Yeah, we're just I don't know. I've been saying things that I like. Just been saying things.
We're having fun, Wars. You're doing great.
That was our last match,
Oh,
right?
we lied. All right.
You just got the
We lied. That actually was our last match.
Well, we're going to bow out here. Thank you so much for having us, Dazer, as well as our audience.
Yeah,
it's been a pleasure.
Again, it was so much fun to be doing this, and I'm glad that you were crazy enough to have me on a second time. And we can't wait to see you guys all in the future again.
Goodbye.
Don't go anywhere, because this whatever the rest of this tournament is going to be nuts, and you're gonna want to see this.
Yes. Okay, I'm just gonna like.
No.
Okay, space reveal.
Oh wait, I clicked the button.
Whoa, what have you done?
Oh my god, he's throwing. He's actually throwing.
Why would you do this?
God.
Why would you do this?
Time for me to take a big bite of my burger in this anarchy.
Dude, and you don't even have our names correct right now. Nice burger.
Sorry guys, I misclicked.
Taser's actually throwing.
I misclicked.
Yeah, but fix it, Taser.
Yes,
I know
I'm
you
doing
misclicked.
it. I'm
It's
doing
okay.
it.
We're on
I'm doing
stream
it.
right now and you still have our faces up.
Okay, Michael is. Yes.
Are we still alive? Oh my god.
We are, yeah. We're just kind of stuck there.
Oh, we're just running with it? Oh my god. This guy. This
Okay.
guy.
Are we running with this or not? It's kind of happening. Okay, welcome back to Tetrio Cup. This happened. Okay, I misclicked it. Sorry. So we have Modest, Microlist, and QNK is gonna be joining our casting team. So we're ready for the next game. It's gonna be loser side, Corona versus Mugra. Right? Yep.
Yup. I guess I can talk about the players a little bit. So, Mugra is actually my practice partner, and he just beat me 7-5 after I choked. Definitely, it wasn't him being better than me or anything. So,
right now, favorite.
Oh,
What?
and Corona is like just a super impressive player. He's been in Jastrus Cup since I think even Jastrus Cup 1. Been around the scene a long time. Remember getting bodied by him in Tetris Tuesdays, the VTV events back in early 2019. And it's not like he's lost all that skill, so bound to be a good match.
So yeah, okay, I fixed the audio. Sorry guys. There was okay.
Good one, Daisy.
Yeah, Microlist, can you
Woo!
talk? Microlist.
Hello?
Okay,
Yes.
QNK, can you talk?
Hello.
Oh, perfect. Okay, that was an issue. That was a mistake. I'm so sorry. I literally misclicked. Meanwhile, we have Mugra versus Corona. So yeah.
Corona, yeah. So Modest, you I think you had the pleasure of playing a Mugra earlier on. I think before this
That's
match
correct.
actually. What is
Yup.
How'd that go?
All right. So what happened was he wins the first 3 games. All right? And then I win 5 in a row, and then I choke out of my mind.
Oh, no.
Which is, I mean, it's how it goes. But I will say that Mugra, it just felt like one of our regular friendly sets. It wasn't like like the nerves weren't super strong against.
Oh, is he
me,
usually
I
a
think.
practice partner?
Yeah, no, we play all the time. Like we'll play a friendly or 2 each week. So yeah, we actually probably like he's like one of the only people I still play against. No one wants to play me. Feels bad.
What's his like style?
The way he sees the game, or at least the way we talk about the game, is that he always wants to send really clean and be really efficient, even if he doesn't have the super speed that everyone else does.
I do feel as though that might be like the default strategy, though. You know, when you don't have your style developed as much, you don't really have much other option. And I mean, that is like one of the best defaults that you can go with, especially in a game like Tetrio that kind of cripples any other kind of style, because you kind of have to invert a lot of the things that you might be comfortable with in other versions of Tetris. This is like the first of its kind, really, in terms of the meta.
Yep. Yeah, it's definitely interesting. Like, Tetrio is a different game than any before it, so it's important to adapt your playstyle. Chrono, by the way, winning the warm-up handily. So.
So yeah, let's get into the game.
Mugra saying, "Well, I threw that warm-up hard." Well, there you go. See how it goes.
Wait, does anyone have the room link? No,
Oh
I was
my
just
God.
watching the stream. I
It's
thought that was
in
basically
the
what
in the
happened.
tournament staff
NTRX.
chat, dude. No, don't say it. Oh God, everyone's getting everyone's up in there now.
Alright, we gotta
This was a big mistake. Oh no.
I knew that. Don't worry, I knew
going?
that.
Welcome back, QMK. We're doing our best, we promise. All right. The camera's been on us for like 7 minutes. Good one. We're very
This is
prepared.
where all the action is. Okay. Mugra is going to fight the good fight against Corona right now. We'll see what happens.
It's gonna be interesting. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna have to. I mean, I love my man Mugra, but I don't think I can really favor him in this matchup here. But we'll have to see.
Corona seems like a pretty solid player all around. Just I think the last time that I saw him play, very clean kind of stacks that they go for. Let's see what kind of happens here.
Yeah. Yeah, quick TKI from Mugra, but yeah,
Wow,
Corona just
okay.
putting on enough pressure. Definitely a big speed advantage that he's gonna try to make the most of.
Now, is Mugra a speedy kind of player, or are they more of a slow and meticulous?
I mean, I'd say probably for his level, he's like more slow, but I'd say he averages around like 2.2, 2.3 in our matches.
Well, he just pulled out a 2.9. I think that was
It's
a
true.
really solid game from him too.
He's
Lots
just
of
got it like
back-to-back
that.
patterns. Yeah.
What can you say? Yeah, he's definitely very, very focused on the back-to-back win condition, which, not necessarily wrong.
Interesting decision there. With
Yeah.
the TSD that he did. Oh, okay. Nice finds. I was actually thinking he might go for the T-spin single instead.
Yeah, Mugra having a little bit of trouble getting down, but making it work. Corona having trouble sending pressure at the moment. Little small mistakes of his own, it looks like.
Oh no, that misdrop at the top from Mugra
That
might give him.
hurts,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, he had too many
Unfortunate.
trenches in that situation too, and he didn't have the pieces for it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll have to see what if Mugra's gonna change his game plan at all. I know what he thinks his biggest weakness is his down stack. So I don't think it's I don't think we've really seen it a lot so far. It hasn't been super prominent in this set yet, but we'll have to see if that becomes an issue.
You think that might explain why he goes heavy on like the back-to-back strings instead? Because my experience with people who use back-to-back strings a lot as like their main strategy is simply that, like especially if their down stacking might not be so good. For players like Firestorm, they kind of adopt this. Firestorm is a different case, but in this regard, that's why you go heavy first on your TSD and Tetris kind of fundamentals first, being able to do that consistently enough so that maybe you can at least overwhelm your opponents when you're really like on a tear.
Yep. Yeah, that's like how he sees the game, like what the win condition is that he plays towards. I feel like. But then again, like matching Firestorm is no easy feat, so.
Definitely not. I don't think you can properly employ like all of Firestorm's strategies in this regard. Just he's way too efficient, and this has been something that I was talking to some people about. I said Firestorm and Diao were like the new peaks of the game, just because they're able to. They're like a beautiful contrast from one another, in that what they do so well, but they approach the game in such a different way from each other. It's just, I don't know how possible that is for everyone to attain. And I wonder whether or not there's even more out there.
Yeah. No, it's definitely really interesting. But right now, Corona just able to find these big attacks that Mugra's having trouble dealing with. So we'll have to see whether he can adapt and find a way to get out of like Corona's big pressure. But sending a good amount of pressure himself, and Corona with some ugly misdrops. So yeah, looking like a pretty convincing win there.
Yeah, that eyepiece right there too. Oh, and he also blocked the second hold down as well.
Yeah, it's not pretty. Yeah, I'll tell you that. Yeah, Mugrove just playing very efficient, you know? I said he was playing solid against me, but I feel like this is a lot better than how he played against me, because I don't think I'd stand a chance against this, I'll be honest.
I think he had like a rough start, but yeah, he's really finding his footing here. Oh, that.
Yeah, as
yeah,
you
that
say
was,
that, yeah, huge spike from Corona.
It's kind of tough too, because there were a lot of trenches there for him to deal with. And I think he was trying to look for a T-spin, but, you know, just the situation didn't look very favorable to him. He's got another good start here, though, with the back-to-back change. Corona just chooses to accept the garbage.
Ooh, yeah, almost escaping there for Mugra, but this is looking...
That was a beautiful down stack by Corona.
Yep, just able to put on enough pressure.
Yeah, extended it, I think, to like a 4 or 5 combo, and then not only that, he opened up his stack and would have been able to take advantage of that for like the killing blow if what he already did didn't work out. Okay,
oh yeah,
Mugra glossing over his options there.
Unfortunate small chokes there from Mugra, but it happens, you know. It's still a very nice showing on his part, I think. Definitely showed what he was capable of. And a close set, for sure.
I think it was a close set. I do think it was kind of like a toss-up who would win, because... Oh, go ahead, QMK. You had some thoughts?
No, but I think, yeah, I guess Corona had like a speed advantage, and he's also a strong downstacker.
I do think that was probably where Mugra lacked a little bit of I don't know what to call it, but maybe like he was a little lacking in terms of the downstacking part. I think when he was really on point, the games that he did win were very likely going to be the ones where he got a quick start, got some good back-to-backs in, and then pressured Corona enough that he ran out of space, or just ran out of options. But as soon as Mugra gets to the top of the field, I do think there is a little bit of a hesitation. Maybe he's trying to look for the quickest way out or the best way out, and just maybe takes a little too long, overthinks, and maybe assesses the situation too in-depthly. You sometimes just want to make a decision. I did find him, you know, kind of pausing there for a little too long in some spots.
Yep, definitely happens, but yeah, I think Corona also has like origins in C2, if I'm correct, which like is a very downstack heavy game.
Interesting. Aren't both of these players? Well, QMK, you have some experience on C2. Like, how are these two players on Cultress in comparison?
Corona is a very strong Cultress player. He's one of the best.
Okay.
Wait, does Mugra play C2?
I don't believe he does. I could be wrong though. I mean, I think we'd have to ask him, but I don't remember seeing him ever play C2, so.
Yeah. Very different game, C2.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I do think that was one of the games that taught me how to get a little more creative with the way that I played the game. Because you know, especially since you have the limitation of like no hold, and also just one. Is it still one piece preview?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Then you have to really get a little more creative, keep everything a little more open-ended. Mm-hmm. And do you think this is one of those games that probably benefits from that kind of pre-planning, like just having a backup plan, or do you think it's better to just go aggressive and try to, you know, get the edge out?
It's a... Oh, this is warm up. Oh,
what?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got it.
C2 is there are very different styles in C2 as well. I'd say there's like sort of aggression combo style and downstack style, and both kind of, I mean, you have to have both, and both work pretty well. Corona in particular is a downstack player, as was I. But yeah, like I think Z2 Sam is really good at aggressive.
Z2 Sam kind of impresses me. I didn't realize he he was as fast as he was, but he's been on the come up for a while now, and his down stack is pretty solid too.
Yeah.
It's almost a little weird to me when you say, he's been on the come up for a while now, because all I've ever seen him as is like this really talented player who's just always been good and never really been on the come up. But I guess that's just me
true.
being new to the scene.
No, I don't think that's it at all. I mean, I honestly just don't know how long he's been in the scene for, but it always seems like he always makes an appearance, and he always makes a decent showing of it.
Yeah. Thinking back to old tournaments, like I think even Jastrus Cup 3 or 4, where his keyboard broke, and he still got like an easy top 8. So yeah, no, he has been around a good amount of time.
I think top 8 these days is still pretty difficult to get. Like, I think that's already a pretty good marker of a decent player.
Top 8, yeah. Top 8 is actually so hard to get.
Yeah, like once it gets to a certain point, there's like this barrier in terms of skill level that's I think a lot of players struggle to breach into, because like that's when you got to start thinking a little more about your actual play and what you need to improve on, and actually like execute on how to improve on it.
Yeah. But as you say that, getting right into it here, between Frostfire and Beast and Shen here, I think we saw both of these players on stream a little bit earlier. I actually don't have as much experience with Frostfire as I wish I did, but I've heard only good things about his play. Seems very talented. Oh, it looks like a lag spike there. That is interesting.
Oh. I don't think we have a ruling about any lag spikes, but I mean, just based on what I'm seeing here from Frostfire, he seems pretty solid in terms of like everything that he's doing. Like, I'm liking a lot of his decisions, to be honest.
I think this is going to be, just from what I know from playing Shen, is going to be maybe even similar to our last match, in that Frostfire seems like a pretty pressure-heavy player, where he's focused on back-to-back attacks. But from what I know against playing Shen a bunch, is that we tend to have somewhat longer games, where there's a little more cheese involved as well. Maybe that's because our last 1v1 was on Jastrus, and that like naturally rewards that kind of play more. But
yeah. Well, Shen's strategy is very interesting here, and QMK, you might have more thoughts about this, since I think this is somewhat of a strategy that you employ, but like Shen is not really going for any big sends here. You're seeing him do more like triples and doubles where he can. I don't know how much that is intentional, but he does seem to be playing a little more passively.
Yeah, he's not initiating any attack. In Tetrio, I think that can be a really good strategy, where you just like wait for the garbage and then strike.
Ooh,
So
okay. He's gonna have like a tough time here, though. Oh, I think he's running up through him.
Not pretty there, but the misdrop did not help either. And Frostfire's kind of running away with it. 3-0 is not an easy mountain to overcome.
It almost seems as though Shen might be going for cheesy builds and trying to like edge that kind of advantage. Like, look, he's going for doubles and such, when he could have easily converted that into a Tetris. So I do think at least some of this is intentional. I do think also maybe he's trying to like, just keep safe. Okay, yeah, he had
works out there. Thank you, Dazer. I know they can't hear you, but that was a beautiful contribution.
Always looking out for us.
Yep, he's got our backs.
Thank you, Dazer.
Is it just me, or is Beast and Shen like seeming to play a lot cleaner now? Maybe it was like nerves before, or maybe he's just changing up his strategy. But I feel like he's
like some of these patterns are really a lot cleaner than he was going for before. This is, I think, the nature of playing the style that he did at the beginning, at least. You know, like going for more cheesy builds, what that involves, at least from what I've seen in Tetrio, the experience seems to be, you know, a lot of triples, a lot of doubles, and then, you know, whenever you can, a decently big downstack combo. So otherwise, you're not going to be able to out-pressure, you know, conceivably they'll be going for back-to-backs. It's kind of hard to send enough to send anything at all. So I think he gotta like choose his spots. Maybe he's choosing them a little better. He is getting cheese to...
Yeah, you saw all that cheese, right? That just looked horrible to get through.
Didn't look very healthy. What I'm seeing on Frostfire's side is that he's kind of employing that same strategy. So I don't know, maybe this is a battle of the cheese.
As you say that, you know, Frostfire sending 3 quick T-spin doubles right off the opener. Oh, is he alive? He is alive, barely.
Oh, I don't like that though. Oh boy, that was really aggressive.
Yeah, this is actually crazy if he makes it out of this.
Okay, yeah.
That was a good weight. I like that weight.
Oh no, what was that placement? Oh, I think he's fine. There's a way out now. Nice.
This is crazy. How is he alive?
Yeah. That was really good down stacking. Oh, okay, he's gonna have to make some compromises again. Oh, that
yeah,
compromise.
this looks rough.
Oh boy, yeah. I don't know whether or not he would have been able to set up that triple. Does he have enough room there?
I don't know. It was definitely a rough spot though to be in, and also a little self-inflicted. So, you know, some questionably aggressive decisions, but understandable when that's the win condition, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's just my experience is if you're sending a lot of lines, then you have to maintain a certain amount of pressure to be able to, you know, not get toppled over by the very same garbage that you sent over to your opponents. So like there's some sort of like equilibrium that you have to reach in terms of like sending, and you know, when you're fixing your misdrops and stuff, you know, you still have to like maintain a certain amount of pressure. Otherwise your opponent is gonna, you know, get out, and you know, once they're not being pressured, then they can use it's all clean garbage at the end of the day. At least like from the last 2 rounds that Frostfire was playing.
Yep, pretty much. Interesting also to see Hachi spin be used, you know, I feel like you don't see that one all the time.
Yeah,
but,
the way that he's using it is actually pretty good. From what I'm seeing, it's very effective. It's been doing him a lot of favors in terms of, you know, getting the edge opening game. I mean, kind of look at Beast here. He's got decent garbage, but it's all like checkered up, which I personally don't like. Oh,
yeah, this just looks really hard to get through.
Oh boy, oh, he doesn't have
that
to
misdrop too. Yep.
Yeah.
But even with a game like that, Shen kind of bringing it back from that 3-0 lead that Frostfire had. So
yeah, this is a lot more competitive than I imagined it would be at the beginning, because Frostfire was kind of running away with a lot of the games. Okay, T-spin 0 by Beaston. Oh no! This could be Frostfire
these misdrops
to edge out the win. So that's this is first to 8, right? So Beast doesn't have many games to work with. Oh, first to 7. Okay.
Point.
Yeah. Beast has got to find a way, because I think some of these situations he might not be properly down stacking well enough. He's getting kind of stuck in the down stack sometimes.
Yeah, it's a little weird to see, because I feel like the down stack is sort of the what he plays for a lot of the time, or what he did at least at the beginning of the set.
Ooh, that was
in
nice.
a lot of ways. Oh, that was really clean. Yeah.
Okay, this could be a Beast and Shen comeback. It's 6-5 right now, so it's not all lost. He just needs to win the next one to bring it to match point for both of them. Okay.
I think he did win 7-6 earlier this tournament, so maybe he's just clutch today, you know?
Maybe, yeah. Like some of his decisions are kind of. Oh no! Okay, this is completely crucial. Like how he downstacks. Oh. ran out of
Unlucky,
space with the
unfortunate.
OP. Yeah, it's so unfortunate. I think there was maybe one option out, but it would involve like a really complicated skim, I think. Yeah, that was a little unfortunate to see, but it's a nice showing by Beast and Shen there.
Yeah, I mean, top 16 is how he was seeded, so making top 16 is pretty impressive. No fluke. So
Yeah, I think he
yeah.
played really solidly. In terms of what he would need to do in the future, what do you think, QMK?
So I think he just got behind at the start. Maybe because he was like not quite sending as much as he could have. I think he upped his aggression over the course of the match, and I think that helped him.
Yeah, and I do think that's something that I think you kind of teeter-totter around, like the balance between attacking and defending. Because I think you kind of, the trend with your play is very much you wait for opportunities, and in the meantime, you just kind of like do skims that get you in a safer position so that you're ready for what's coming or what could be coming.
Right. Yeah. You can get a little too if you get too defensive, it can be difficult to kill your opponent.
Yeah, especially with overly aggressive players, if you give them too much room, that kind of sense, like you can easily get toppled over a little bit in terms of how much they're sending you and being able to handle that, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it looks like Beast and Shen did have some lag issues as well, apparently. It's a little unfortunate about that, but maybe next time he'll get another shot at Mugra.
You mean at Frostfire?
Oh shoot, Frostfire, yeah.
No, close enough.
My bad.
You're good,
Yeah,
no worries.
But yeah, Beaston, well played, sir.
It was a
Maybe
good
next
match.
time. We do have, I think, Hua versus Dormy now, so this is something that I'm kind of curious about. I'm curious to see if Dormy has any new tricks up his sleeve. I know he's been playing Tetris Effect a lot, but we'll see how that translates over. No zone in this mode, unfortunately.
So Dormy actually lost to Kez de Bez earlier, very much upset, in like 7-3 even, so it wasn't as close as you might think, right? But this is still Dormy, right? Like this guy, he's got the skill that he needs to win. So even though he's been playing,
for sure.
yeah. So even though he's been playing Tetris Effect a little bit lately, might be a little rust, but he's definitely picking up the pace, I think.
And my belief is, if you're good at Tetris, you're just good at Tetris. No matter what version you play, you should be able to adjust. It might take a little while at the beginning, if you haven't gotten any practice in that particular game in a while, but, at the end of the day, like I said, if you're good, you're just good.
Yeah, it's that simple.
Okay, some down stacking from Hua. He's getting pushed up a lot here. Okay.
Yeah, he's really doing well. I feel like surviving the pressure. That was unfortunate pass through there, actually, which
Is that what it was
didn't allow
called?
him
A
to
pass?
cancel the
Why did
garbage.
Hua die? I didn't even.
He tanked lines that he was meant to cancel, but the lines got sent to both players.
Oh. Okay.
That's pass through.
Yeah, that did look a little unfortunate. He didn't even hit the top of the screen for me. I thought he was still alive. Okay, Dormy is on the ropes this one, though. Okay, interesting. I feel like Hua might not be taking advantage of Dormy's position as well as he could, because he could have easily sent a Tetris or something there, and I think Dormy would have died. But instead, he went for some combos instead.
Yeah, I think Hua he's more focused on sort of the win condition of like survival, and just like out surviving the opponent. I lost to this guy earlier in this tournament, right? So I can pretend to know what I'm talking about. But yeah, what I did notice is that he did not like dying. And yeah,
I think that's perfectly fine. Yeah, it's just, you know, that kind of precaution is like a double-edged sword, though.
Yeah, for
You know,
sure.
like,
Spins
you
are
don't
so-
want to die, but you know, this is also a game
You also
where
have to win and take risks.
Exactly. Yeah, and to win, you know, we can talk about win conditions all you want, but the win condition is to send lines at the end of the day, regardless of like, you know, timing or in what form.
Yep.
Dormy's T-spins are so crazy.
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely the PPT talking. I saw him play
Yeah.
some Zen earlier. It's just like, how does he see all these, you know?
Donations.
It's actually
and-
crazy. Some of the overhangs that he goes for are so clean. I'm like, oh man, I should be integrating that into my gameplay.
Yeah.
so quickly
Wow.
too.
Was that what you call a trinity?
I mean, I
When
didn't
he-
see it.
Oh,
Probably.
Oh, that missed up. Oh, yeah. I think he thought that was an S piece instead of the Z. A little unfortunate there for Dormy, but it's still tie game. Still a lot of Tetris to be played in this set. Going with the static patterns here. Okay. Oh, Imperial Cross. Oh, wait, Tetris into Imperial Cross into Imperial Cross into Imperial Cross. Well, that was
That's
sick.
actually insane.
Oh my god.
I like
Such
the
amazing
transition to the
follow-up.
second Imperial
Whoa.
Cross. That was nuts.
Yeah, that was so creative. Okay, and he's going for T-spin power here. Very nice.
Getting
Oh,
a
that
little cute.
multiplier.
I see
Relentless.
you, Dormy. I see you, Dormy, getting a little cute.
Yeah, and you know, like Dormy's kind of keeping it simple here too. He's not deviating from kind of like the Puyo Puyo Tetris builds, which is already enough to topple over Hua here. Okay, what's he gonna do here? T-spin single. Oh, nice! Wow.
Oh wow, that is a huge attack. But yeah, there's that survival coming in, but he's got a lot of cheese at the bottom there that he's gonna have to get through. I don't know.
So there's such Puyo Puyo Tetris builds. He's playing Tetrio on controller, right?
Is he? I'm actually
I think
not
so,
sure.
Yeah. I remember Kazu, for example, who was also a Puyo Puyo Tetris player. He joined a tournament for Tetrio where he was basically playing 3.6 PPS with his controller.
Yeah, Uyu Shota as well, I think, right? Just it's crazy to see how they can do so well on controller.
Yeah, if Dormy is playing on controller, he's got to be like one of the most consistent. Because some of the more complex situations I find is a little more difficult to execute on for controller players. The speed is impressive in itself, though. Okay, T-spin triple by Dormy. See, Hua. Okay, he's in a prime position right now. Oh no!
How is Dormy keeping his stack so clean, even in like the most high pressure situation? But that misdrop.
Oh.
Wow, that was. Dormy really found the most smart solution to find like the right cancels and then misdropped. That's
got to be some Puyo Tetris conditioning too.
For sure.
It seems to me there's like more rigid ways to play that you have to like, you know, when you're at the top of the field especially, you have to be a little more precise with your placements. Oh, okay. Oh, Dormy almost misdropped there. Okay, interesting choices here. Goes for the Imperial. This is going to open up his field.
Yup. Wow, I just love the sort of T-spins he's choosing to take, you know? It's crazy what he's seeing. And then, like, what he's taking as well.
Oh, misdrop.
But Hua, not the cleanest field either.
Yeah. This is an interesting, I wouldn't say contrast, but interesting approaches by both of them. I think Hua takes more of like the multiplier kind of attacks than Dormy. Dormy more like the static builds, which is really like showing how much the consistency is more transparent there on Dormy's side than it is over on Hua's side. Okay, another Imperial by Dormy. Oh, dude, new generation with their oops and T-spin, or with the PCs and stuff. It just looks so awesome. I don't know these things.
Yeah, but I mean, Hua was able to survive all of it, right? So.
Yeah, that part is really impressive by Hua. One thing that I've noticed is I think he might be the better down stacker here, and I don't know why he's like, I think he's pressing down or something. You see all those soft drops on his side?
Yeah, I'm also a little confused by it. Maybe he's BMing, or maybe he's just using the extra time to think.
Why would you BM though? He's not winning right now.
Yeah, I know. That's the confusing part. But it's probably just extra thinking time. Oh yeah, Dormy just not letting up.
Yeah, I think that was a little bit of an efficiency battle for Hua at least. Dormy was just kind of cruising along the entire way through.
The line send differential is
I
very slight.
know. Yeah, that's one thing I've noticed. Hua's good at surviving, but he's not good at edging out the advantage where he actually pushes Dormy to get into any trouble.
Yup, and yeah, Dormy almost double the line sent, right? That's just crazy to think about, especially because Hua kept it competitive, you know?
I wonder if that was a personal choice or whether or not that was simply his approach to Dormy. Because I think most people know that Dormy is a heavier APM player than most. I definitely don't think he's conservative or defensive in the least. Very much back-to-back patterns whenever he can find it, or at the very least when it fits the situation. Yeah. Don't really see many like of the intricate downstack combo patterns that you might see other players go for, especially in Tetrio, where it really benefits people who play that way. You know, have those layered downstack combos that, you know, full screen kind of spikes.
Yeah, no, downstack combos are, I mean, we can mention this every time, right? But they're so different on Tetrio than anywhere else. Just because usually you play to extend the combo, and then the higher the combo is, the more it sends. But here it's all about finishing it off with a Tetris or a T-spin.
Yeah.
All right, here let's check this bad boy out. You know, who we got?
Oh, and we're getting word here. Caboozled has lost the fight against Corona, unfortunately. Rip Caboozled.
Oh, there you go.
We hardly knew ye.
It happens to the best of us. Should we talk about like a winner's side maybe? We haven't really seen any of that action yet on our block anyways, but we have Jason 1017, the first seed, against Chocolate Tomte on one side, and then we have Kazdabez and Duck Life on the other.
First time I've actually heard his name being said like fully. I just call him Chocolate Santa. They used to hang out with this guy. Hey, like, dude, your name is way too complicated. You're Chocolate Santa. I personally think it's great.
I agree.
So I hope he doesn't mind. I'm just gonna call him Chocolate.
But yeah, on the other side we have Kez and Duck Life, who actually upset Dormy and Ripple respectively. So that's gonna be really interesting. All right, you got it, Daisy. Yep, don't worry. Look, we believe you, Daisy. All right, I'm not the one doubting here. All right. You're good,
Okay,
Daisy.
I will mute myself on the stream because Modest is doubting on me. Like Modest doesn't believe I completed the bracket. The bracket is here. The bracket is here. Are you watching it? It looks perfect,
I see it.
right?
I have it in front of my eyes. It's beautiful. Dazer, I'm proud of you. Okay.
Perfect. Okay, we're going
I'll
to
give you a
winner's
hug
side,
later.
okay?
Okay.
I will
It's
mute
gonna
myself
be-
again. Let's go to winners.
But
Okay. So Caboozled lost to Jason. That is a little bit of a tough one. Jason is seeded first in this tournament, and you know he has been in the scene for a while. He's a little bit of a juggernaut. He's gonna be facing Chocolate Santa here, and
Yep.
I'm kind of curious what Chocolate Santa
Jason
has.
can play
this
like
year.
4 PPS.
He's very fast. Yeah, for sure.
Wait, Jason plays at 4 PPS.
He can, yeah, he can reach 4 PPS. Be, yeah, be a tough.
What
matchup.
I'm actually excited for is the one losers top 8 match between Dormy and Ripple because they were seeds 2 and 3 and then they both got upset. So the positions where Kaz and Duck are playing and where Dormy and Ripple are playing are like switched around. So I'm just curious to see how they're both gonna do in their respective matches.
They're both very stylish players.
Both
Yeah.
Jason. Wait, Jason and
Ripple and Dormy.
Oh, Ripple and Dormy. Okay. Yeah, I think the stylish
In
part
different
is well. In that aspect, I think the stylish part is definitely in their approach to the T-spins. At least on Dormy's side, Jason just
Yeah.
he's a creative one, like chaotic.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I feel like it's actually also interesting because I feel like Kez and Duck are both more like they're focused on speed and they're focused on maybe like a little less focused on efficiency, especially in Duck's case, where I feel like Ripple and Dormy are two players that are kind of juggernauts of like they're slow but they can keep up and they can. Well, I mean, slow is relative, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Dormy showed that he
slow
could burst
standard.
pretty well, but.
In terms of
But,
speed, I think it's still pretty good.
Yeah. Look, no shade, alright? I'd lose to you guys too, okay?
They emphasize efficiency. So yeah.
It makes sense, I think. You know, especially given their roots. At least Dormy's roots. I think he started with Puyo Puyo Tetris, and I think that definitely emphasizes more efficiency. At least in that game, it seems like, you know, the precision is something that's really important. Once you start bottle capping the speed a little more, there's less room to like wiggle out of situations.
Yep. For sure.
Yo, Modest, they're saying Dormy is sub 20. Is that
Yeah,
slow to you? Wow.
Look,
Hard to
alright,
beat.
multiplayer speed and
Hard
sprint
to
speed are very
beat.
different. I have
what if you
a
do
33 sprint and I play
sub
at
15?
2.5, okay? Look, alright, sub 15 or nothing, okay? You're all bad.
Wow, not even Vince on there. Jeez. Those are some high standards for a Modest tomato.
You know it. Yeah, going fast is hard, you know? No shade.
Don't I know it?
Yeah. Tell him, Micro. Yeah, when are you PBing again? It's been like 3 years.
Okay. First off, it's been 2 years, and
Oh, my bad. My bad. So sorry.
yeah, that's a question that I can't really answer at this time. But your question is under advisement.
All right. You know, I believe in you, even if no one else does. What?
Oh, thanks. Wait, what? You don't believe in me?
I don't know. I would never say something like that.
Oh, right, yeah. Especially, you know, not just like 5 seconds ago. You definitely didn't say that. Is this
course
warm up?
not, no.
This is the real one.
This is the real thing, I think.
Oh shoot! Wow, that was a quick first game.
Yeah. Chocolate Santa running away with it. I'm stealing
Well, I wouldn't
that.
say running away with it. This is game one, but you know, yeah, he ran away with game one.
That game, you know, yeah, it's yeah. Probably a better way of putting it, yeah.
Ooh, wow. Yeah, Chocolate Santa kind of impressing me here, especially given the fact that if you saw Jason's stats there, 3.9 with 3.9 PPS with 189, I think it was.
Something like that. Yeah. Big damage.
Oh, whoa!
Wow.
That would be
235
pass
APM.
through. Wow, that looked like a terrible one for Chocolate Santa.
Yeah. Oh, that's a rough misdrop, but Jason not able to put
Seeing it pretty well. Chocolate Santa's fundamentals seem pretty good for downstack. He's just like that speed from Jason. I mean, that first game was like quick and furious by Chocolate Santa, but Jason is just like running away with the last two. Like all this speed that he's putting out. Look at his starts.
Yeah, he's so fast. It's actually crazy. And also, I feel like, you know, Chocolate is trying to play defensive enough to sort of survive these. I mean, not that he's playing defensively per se, but in a lot of cases he was like at the top and trying to cancel, and then kind of got messed up by pass through a little bit, which was unfortunate. I think 2 of those 3 games that he lost.
Yeah, misdrop on the T-spin there, I think. Chocolate Santa. I think he's gonna be fine though. He's already at the bottom of the field.
Yep.
Okay.
Some misdrops there from Jason, but Chocolate not with the cleanest field himself.
Yeah. Chocolate not as efficient as well, not as fast as Jason. In terms of efficiency, I think he can actually keep up pretty well.
Yep.
Yeah, he just has to be very, very careful about, you know, when he's actually. Oh god, that misdrop is going to be a lot of trouble.
The situations when both players are at the top is always very exciting. Tetrio.
Yeah, that's where I find like the real game actually happens. You know, it can be very easy to top out your opponent at the top, but you have to be kind of precise about it too.
Is he going for DTC spin and Tetrio? Who is this guy? Dang.
Jason's just piling on the pressure. Chocolate Santa has not been able to issue a response.
Yeah. Interesting decision there from Chocolate, but he has the gift of a good down stack, and he's...
Oh, this drop by Jason is going to put him in a lot of trouble. Okay. Oh, run out of room. Yeah, and he misdropped the JPs.
Yeah. It's like Jason, I think what he does have in speed, he, to a degree anyways, lacks in consistency. And I feel like so far this set he's had a lot more misdrops, but then he also has games like those where he just completely demolishes.
I didn't even think the lines get sent over to Chocolate Santa. Like, he just popped up, and you know, like there was no notification. He's just, you're dead.
Yeah. Sometimes that's how it goes, I guess.
Oh my god, Jason, what happened to your stack, dude? Oh,
yeah.
There was a lot to dig out of there. I do agree with your analysis there about Jason. Just this is what I mean. Like, he's kind of like chaotic in that I don't think he thinks things through as much as some of the more meticulous players in terms of, you know, his piece placements. But he goes through so many different iterations, it almost doesn't matter. Like, he had a very good chance of just speeding through the down stack he would have needed to go through in that position.
Yeah, he's so fast that like, the mistakes matter less, you know? That's the advantage.
Yeah, I mean,
of speed.
isn't it just so, I mean, I don't know what you would call this exactly. Maybe it's annoying, but like no matter how inefficient your opponent is, if they're fast enough, then they should be able to do it. Like, if they can stack 30 more pieces than you, I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah, that is a lot. But it also is happening in some of these games.
Oh man, yeah, just there's no way for Chocolate Santa to get around this. Like, he just needs to play faster or play faster or more defensively. because he's just getting toppled at the top. He's still going for a DT cannon build, which I personally think might be mistaken. Just
Yeah,
it's
DT
being
cannon
used
is
against him. Okay, it didn't really do. He didn't really get punished for it that one. I think he should be fine. Oh my god, where'd those spikes come from?
Is Chocolate Santa out of this one though? I think he is.
Yeah.
Ooh, no? Yes, maybe? Yeah.
Okay.
Alright,
Nice.
we'll give you this one.
Very nice down stack situations there for Chocolate Santa.
It's interesting to see, I guess. I don't know how to describe it. Oh wow, he actually
nice.
takes that round.
Chocolate is playing very consistently, but yeah, it's just not.
Yeah, the consistency of his choices I'm really liking at the moment. You can kind of see like where his mind is going in terms of some of the placements that he's like kind of entertaining in his minds, but he's being very conservative about which ones he goes for. Like if it doesn't look like a good end situation for him, or if it's too much of an aggressive position to take, then I don't think like he really goes for it.
Yeah, like that
Which
right
I
there.
think is very healthy.
Yeah, a lot of good good down stack foresight. But,
Right. Yeah, and this is I wouldn't say a contrast to the beginning. I think like Chocolate Santa actually has some solid fundamentals, like I said before. The only thing was just he needed to adjust to the speed, I think, at which he would need to play to survive Jason's pressure.
Yeah, getting through the cheese very nicely, by the way. That was a lot there that he had to worry about. But...
Oh, I don't like this situation. Oh, this is gonna be really tough for him.
The out?
Oh, nice.
Barely.
Oh, he's gonna. Oh.
I think
that was so close.
Yeah, it's just
more
really,
placement
really tough for him in that spot because, well, there was one decision that made a couple of trench shapes that would have been kind of difficult to get through, but solid down stacking. Oh, whoa!
Wow.
Okay.
What happened there?
A little bit of greed maybe from the 6-3 from Jason. Usually, you know, you don't see DT Cannon work out necessarily the best in Tetrio, but it certainly did there, I guess.
Yeah. Ooh. Oh!
That's that
And
pass
the
through we were
rebuttal.
talking about.
The rebuttal.
200 APM pass through.
Yep. QMK's nightmare.
Not much you can do.
Yeah.
Oh, misdrop by. Oh, that was a
That was
beautiful.
very nice multiplier.
Yeah. He could have converted a lot of these into more teaspoon doubles to kind of, I don't know, try to edge out an advantage there, but, you know, they're back to center here. Oh, okay.
Yeah, Chocolate's able to stay in the game here. You know, I feel like he's often a lot of the time like focusing on his down stack, but he's definitely keeping up with what Jason is sending here.
Yeah, like his decisions I really enjoy because I think he understands the limitations that he has against Jason here. You know, like just in terms of raw speed, in terms of raw efficiency, maybe he's not able to keep up with what he can do. So he's kind of trying to mitigate that by playing a little more conservatively, choosing his spots, being very safe. Oh, I think he's kind of like at the end of the line though, to be honest. Just he's always playing from behind here.
I mean, that's that he is playing a solid 3.3, which is pretty fast.
Yeah. Oh wow. Even as I say that, Chocolate Santa able to like clutch that one out. He has to hold this together for 4 more games in order to clinch out the win, which is going to be a monumental task for him. He's gonna have to keep up like the actual down stacking part. I think is what's keeping him alive and in this game.
I think what the scariest part is if you're Chocolate, like even if you play perfectly, you could just get a 200 APM pass through game. As I say that, 200 APM from Chocolate.
8 to 10 right now.
That was really slick. It's like
Yeah.
like 'cause you can often
okay,
top
aggressive.
yourself out.
Kind of an aggressive. Oh no!
That's
Aggressive
such
move.
a bad
Okay.
disrupt.
Oh no! Oh no! No! Oh!
Oh, that's so tragic, you know?
It's always tough to see. And I mean, the misdrop kind of fixed itself too. Like the perfect triple, and then just the down stacking decision on the left at the end there.
Yeah.
That was really well played by Chocolate
That was a
Santa.
great
I mean,
match.
I think personally he made a really good showing there, but like we were saying before, Jason just faster and able to accomplish more, especially with the APM. You kind of see that reflected in the line sense.
He had a lot of like really quick wins, which is always, I don't know, it's tough to be on the other side of that.
11-8. Come on, Daisy.
Yeah, 11-8. Yeah.
Have some more
Regardless,
faith in
did a really good
the
job.
Secret Santa, all right? Gift him
Yeah.
those 3 games, all right, buddy? Come on, he deserves it.
Is Chocolate Santa on again? Was he in winners bracket?
He's still in
Yeah.
the tournament. Yeah, that was winners semis.
Okay, is he up against Duck now then? Because he's still in the room.
I actually, this is gonna be really scary, I think, for Chocolate because I think he plays the winner of Dormy and Ripple, which is gonna be rough. I will say, not an
I'm
easy
looking
win
forward
here.
to those matches though.
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
As a
interesting
viewer.
for sure.
I mean, if this match was any indication, like he's gonna have to like keep up that down stacking. I think that's keeping him in a lot of these matches. And we do know Ripple and Dormy are pretty good with their APM, just like what we saw Jason put him through. I think he's gonna have the same kind of experience. But maybe playing Dormy will have primed him for what he needs to do.
Yep, maybe. You know, we'll see.
I think that often happens. Like playing one opponent will sort of help you play your next opponent.
Yeah. Do you think it matters in terms of how the player that you played previously approaches the game? Like, say for example, I think there was one losers run that you went through, for example, on Justress, where I think you played Diao and then you had to play. I think you had to play either Diao or Riduru, and then you had to play like Firestorm. So I was thinking, like, in terms of the style changes, does that make a difference at all to how you play?
I think it does. I think I had like Vince and Diao once, and just like playing someone really fast kind of can sort of jolt you into
Right. Yeah,
like
that
trying
was
to
why I
up your own
was
game.
kind of curious because Diao is a fast player. He's definitely not slow, but it's a different type of pacing with him. So I wonder,
Yeah.
like, if the fast pace, if it primed you for the fast pace, which inevitably primes you for any style that might be fast paced later on afterwards, despite
Yeah.
the stylistic differences.
Yeah.
In this case, I think like Chocolate probably could have kind of honed his down stack a little bit so that I think it does
Yeah.
work like that.
It was just a little tough though, because I think his down stacking was good, but it was good up to the extent of actually keeping him alive. It didn't feel like he was pressuring Jason enough at pivotal points. I think he did a really good job, all things considered, in terms of the speed discrepancy with Jason. But Jason was able to send a lot more, and so he was able to control the pacing of the match.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh. Anyone knows where Kez is?
Anyone want to give him a call? You know.
Okay,
Visit
I'm
his
gonna
house?
unmute myself. I'm gonna unmute myself because we are waiting for Kes. That is in the room, but he's not answering. So we are waiting. Kes, are you there? Kes, you are listening to the stream right now. Kes.
Well, the stream is apparently. Oh, okay, it's back. Never mind.
Wait, what?
Apparently there were some Fs. I think it's back now though.
Oh, guess.
Buddy, we need you in here, all right?
Are there any other matches we can go to like
Yeah,
Kaz
let's
jumps in? I'm gonna watch from
replay
break.
Yo versus Doremi.
Oh, that would be hype.
Hmm.
But I mean, that is what is that losers final or losers semi?
It's losers
It's
top
losers top 8, dude.
Oh shoot!
These guys are winners.
That's not
Whoa.
even
This is the
loser
world we live in.
quarters.
Wow.
Okay, we are going to skip to replay Yo versus Doremi while we wait for Kes. I don't know what happened to him. I will move Duck to spectators. So yeah, Doremi versus Ripple.
This is a hype matchup, as we've been.
Yeah.
And I wanna play some music. Yes. Oh wait, Kes is back. Kes is back.
He's
Oh, wait,
alive.
Oh, what? Oh, okay. Are you reading, guys?
Roller coaster.
Okay. Doremi, you're on the line. You're still on the line. Guess, go inside. Okay, I'm gonna mute myself again.
All right, Kez having the advantage of an empty bladder coming up for this match, going to the toilet, but he is now back. We're excited for this winner's semis match between Duck Life and Kez. It's bound to be fire. Let's see how it goes.
Ez is like a very tactical player, I think. Duck is just
Duck is duck.
yeah. Duck is duck.
Yep.
Duck is the he's a faster player from what I've seen. I think that kind of carries him forward, but he's got, from what I remember, he's got good back-to-back patterns that he can sift through. I'm kind of
He's
curious
solid.
how Kez will mitigate a lot of that pressure, because Duck is I think like a 4 PPS kind of player, or at least
Duck
above
is-
PPS.
Duck is crazy because first of all, he's 14, he's 15, he's very young, right? And
This
he
is
also has a
like-
no T-spins account in X-Ring. So I think that kind of is telling that he doesn't necessarily play for an efficiency all the time, but oh my god, does this guy have speed.
Yeah, playing a little slower. I think he might be a little nervous. These seem like jittery kind of placements on Duck's side. But okay, he's speeding through now. He's like, all right, let's get the ball rolling here. Oh, they're not seeing this?
Oh my god, Dazer. What's going on there behind the scenes, dude? Oh, Duck saying he needs to change his DAS. Maybe that explains I guess they weren't jittery plays, they were just DAS
I think that
mistakes.
was a warm up though. That was a 1-to-1 warm up.
Kez does this like Tetrio 4 wide. I don't know what to make of it.
Okay, you know what? I just got an inside source, and apparently Kez is the guy with the account no T-spin, no Tetris in X-Rank. So actually, both of these guys are inefficient, and we'll have to see how this goes.
No T-spin, no Tetris. What?
I don't even know how you manage that. You know, I don't know how the
Insane.
rules work. Maybe he is allowed to downstack Tetris or something. I don't know.